Ketchup on your fries or on the side? I like it on the side because if the ketchup stays too long on top of the fries, well, it's gonna get soggy.
No ketchup. No ketchup at all. I don't like ketchup on my fries.
I gotta go with on the side. I like keeping my options open.
Yo soy de las personas que pone el ketchup al lado para obviamente comer la papa frita que quiero con ketchup, y cuando no quiero ketchup obviamente como la papa frita sola, así que prefiero mantener las dos cosas separadas.
I always like my ketchup on the side.
I'd rather have ketchup on the side because sometimes you don't want a fry with ketchup.
Who puts them on the fries? The only thing that should go on the fries is salt. That's it. Ketchup on the side, dip as much as you want, and if you're a little bit extra, get a milkshake, dip the fries in the milkshake.
I would do it on the side.
Prefiero el ketchup en un lado porque hay alguna patata que de vez en cuando no la quiero mojar en ketchup. Así que cada cosita ordenada.
I'd rather pick my fries and dip them in the ketchup. That way I can control how much ketchup I have on them.
I don't like ketchup. So, next question.
Would you rather be the size of an ant for a week or the size of a bear for a week? Well, obviously I'm already the size of a bear, so I'd go with the ant. The world will also be a bigger playground.
Ooh, that's a tough one. The size of a bear for a week.
I'd rather be the size of an ant. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. I like to see how it's like down there.
I probably would rather be a bear because it's less likely for me to get squashed by something, but as an ant, I feel like I would be squashed by something.
I'd rather be the size of an ant because it will be really interesting just seeing small things from that perspective.
I like to be a size of a bear for a week. As I live in Canada, the weather is really harsh, especially in the winter time. And for the bear, they can live in the caves, on the mountains, and they can survive.
Now, if I could be the size of an ant for a week or the size of a bear for a week, I would definitely have to go with the size of an ant because just think of all the places you could get and all the little tiny holes you could get into that you could never before.
I think I'd rather go with an ant for a week.
Esta es súper obvia. Prefiero ser un oso durante una semana que una hormiga. Si soy una hormiga, algún despistado me puede pisar y me puede mandar para el lobby. Así que prefiero pues ser del tamaño de un oso.
I'm gonna go bear.
Yo creo que sería del tamaño de una hormiga, sería ver el mundo completamente diferente, todo gigante, la comida es gigante, sería una aventura tremenda. Obviamente correría el riesgo de ser aplastado o morir, pero bueno, estaría divertido.
Would I rather have a secret lair or a private jet? Anybody who says private jet and not secret lair is lying. I don't care what they're saying. Secret lair all day.
I would definitely choose the jet. That way I'll make sure I have a king-size bed and I'd be able to sleep while traveling.
I would go with secret lair.
I would much rather have a secret lair.
If my secret lair is like insanely cool, then yes. But a private jet to fly anywhere I want, that's way better.
I'd rather to have a private jet.
I like to have a private jet because I can travel anytime, anywhere I want.
Be wrapped in a web or frozen in ice? Well, that depends. Is this the web of a spider or a web of Spider-Man? Because if it's Spider-Man's web, that means he's probably saving me. So I'm gonna go with wrapped in a web.
I don't like ice. I don't want to be frozen in ice. But my mind immediately goes to like, whose web is that? So I guess I would have to go frozen in ice. Although I would not like a second of it.
That's a tricky one. It depends what comes after. If I'm to be eaten alive in the web or die from hypothermia, I'm taking the hypothermia.
Well, neither of those sound fun to me. I mean, I'd rather be playing PUBG Mobile.
I don't like either of those.
Wrapped in a web.
I'd rather be wrapped in a web.
I hate spiders, so frozen in ice.
Be a sidekick or work alone? Work alone.
I was gonna say work alone, but I'd be down to be somebody's sidekick.
Prefiero tener compañero, la verdad. Se trabaja más motivado, te entretienes más, te diviertes más. Así que la soledad de vez en cuando no está mal, pero con algún compañero siempre te lo pasas mejor.
If I had to choose between both, work alone.
I'd rather be a sidekick. You know, I think that, you know, when you work with a team, I think that you accomplish more together. So
I work alone most of the time. Just like in PUBG Mobile, I play mostly solo versus squad, the best.
I would prefer to work alone if I'm just on the sidekick.
You know me, I solo squad, I work alone.
I would rather be a sidekick. I just want to be like happy little sidekick metalcore, like, yeah, you know?
If you could meet any superhero in real life, who would it be and why?
That's a tough question. I'd have to think of that one for a minute, but if I had to just give you an answer, I'd have to go with probably Wolverine from X-Men. I've just always been a fan of him, and also his movies rock, so yeah.
I would have to go with Spider-Man, honestly, because, I mean, he just seems super chill, super down to earth, unlike some other superheroes that are like gods and stuff, and it's like, you know, I feel like Spider-Man's pretty relatable.
I don't know if she qualifies as a superhero. I believe so. I'd say Harley Quinn. She's a psychiatrist. Probably has a lot of awesome stories. She's super smart, and I think she's overall someone that likes to have a good time.
I'd have to go with Batman because there's literally nothing cooler than the Batmobile, and I'd ask him for the keys so I can go ahead and drive it.
I think the weirdest place I've played PUBG Mobile was actually while I was filming for another PUBG Mobile segment. We played in a bowling alley. So instead of bowling at the bowling alley, I was sitting at the lanes playing PUBG Mobile instead. Pretty crazy.
Okay, I was in Italy one time and we were on top of this really fancy church, and I just decided to take a picture of me playing PUBG Mobile, and I played one TDM. So I played it on top of like one of the most like craziest churches ever in Italy. So I mean, I could play it anywhere. That's why I decided to play it.
I was traveling last year and I play a game in a plane. That's the weirdest place to play. Especially the Wi-Fi was really expensive in the plane.
Weirdest way you've gotten a chicken dinner. I once threw a blind frag, and I was the only member of my team that was still alive. And I just threw this frag. I didn't know where it was going, and the frag killed him, and I won the chicken dinner. Never doubt your skills. That's all I can say.
This is the weirdest chicken ever, and nobody can beat this. Okay, I wiped like 4 or 5 squads over there, then there's one guy left. Please don't be a bot so I can upload this clip. A lot of minutes to find the last guy. I couldn't find him, and then it turned out that it wasn't a real player. I was like, how is this gonna be a YouTube video if the last guy is not a real player? So I decided to nade myself. I'm gonna grab a glass of water. And then that player started walking towards me. And bam, a chicken dinner.
If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
You already know the answer to this question. You know we're eating that chicken.
Without a doubt, chicken dinners. I mean, come on, that's probably the easiest question that I got today. But yeah, chicken dinners.
I mean, is candy a food? Like, candy's a food. It's generic. Still a food, dude. Candy.
I want to say like pizza, because then I can like have different toppings, and then if I really need to survive, I can like be like, yo, I want a banana pizza. And then I'll eat only the bananas off it. Like, yeah?
If Rolex became a superhero, their superpower would be to stop time. Yeah? Because Rolex and time? Get it? No? No? Okay.
If coffee was a superhero, he'd have the ability to stay wide awake 24 hours a day and never have to sleep. Also, it'd smell irresistibly good.
To be able to summon all the creatures from a zoo on command. I mean, I guess that goes with the name, ZooTay.
If me, Metalcore, became a superhero, I honestly feel like my name would be Metalcore, except for without a D, which I normally have, it's a T. And my superhero power is I could turn things into metal. I could turn myself into metal. I can try to, like, you know, use that to save people, I guess.
If Bellafox became a superhero, their superpower would be to make clones that distract people with their beauty and their sleight of hand, drawing them into a trance. That way everybody else essentially has time to set up and flank them because they're just standing there in a trance.
Si Power fuese un superhéroe, su poder sería el control de la energía, ¿sí? Por eso Power, como si tuviera ahí un nombre de batería, podría absorber toda la energía que yo quisiera, chicos. Obviamente toda la energía del sol, del ambiente, de la tierra misma. Vamos, que la humanidad depende de la energía, la podría usar a mi favor.
Si Maxi Life fuese un superhéroe, sería, como su nombre indica, inmortal. No podría morir, básicamente. Y además, toda la gente que me vería por la calle o por cualquier lado sabría que soy inmortal.
I think I would confuse the heck out of people. I think that would be my superpower. I don't think you need like fancy flying abilities. You don't need super strong strength. You just need to confuse the heck out of them, and then they probably just walk away. They probably just quit. They wouldn't decide to do bad things.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to Into the Aftermath. It's PUBG Mobile's exciting evening of action. I'm your host, Chris Puckett, alongside Powerbang. And of course, we have brought in your favorites from around the PUBG Mobile universe. Powerbang, we brought in some of the biggest name content creators out there. The fans got a chance to win. We're going to have a party tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you, Puckett, and welcome everyone to Into the Aftermath, where we do have, as Puckett mentioned, some of your favorite creators who will be starring in tonight's show. But the real stars of the show is going to be you guys. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled to the screen, as we do have room IDs and passwords that will be cycling through all evening long, where you guys can get a piece of the action and compete for some amazing prizes and also some great fun.
For the next 2.5 hours, we will have 5 games. You have a chance of joining every single one of those. So as we mentioned, hit up that room code, get into that lobby. Let's talk a little bit about this tournament, though, and this match that we are going to have on our hands. 13 content creators will be our captains. After our first 3 games, we will identify an MVP for each of those that will play for the community in our Game 5. Game 4, though, we're bringing in the pros, Powerbang.
Absolutely. Some of your favorite esports professionals that have competed in the likes of PMPL, PMGC are going to be competing in a bit of a kill race, and whoever performs the best, we're going to be picking as an MVP to join the 3 MVPs from games 1 through 3 in our game number 5, where they're going to compete for some amazing rewards.
Now, this is awesome. If you want those UC codes, you are going to be cheering on our MVPs, because every single milestone, we are unlocking more codes for the community. It starts at 1 elimination, working our way all the way up to 25 elims in a chicken dinner. If we hit that mile marker, we are going to be dropping some bombs off for the community, hooking everyone up who's watching in the chat tonight.
You know I'm pulling for some chicken dinners, Puckett. We got some esports pros. We've got some content creators that are known as some skilled, high-fragging professionals. I suspect we're going to be getting some amazing prizes to give away. And don't forget, guys, if you're tuning in right this moment, hey, get in the room. The code is on the screen. You can see it at the top, yes. Right over there. And it looks like the room code is 485-2740, and the password is 2468.
Now we got to take a look at our creators competing here tonight. All of these captains paired up with the community in squads of 4. We have Hurt Gaming as well as Bushka from Australia. Farouk is going to be in the building tonight, the best dressed gamer on YouTube. We got Bellafox, Riggs, Rolex, Coffee, Jacob Gaming, and more. When you're looking at this list, we've got a star-studded lineup, but who are the serious threats to put up the numbers? Who do you think is in this running to earn MVP of our first game?
I'm looking at Rolex, Jacob Gaming, and of course my homies from LATAM. You got Lou Power and Mattson Live coming in strong. But guys, don't forget tonight those prizes in Game 5 that we are playing for. Woo-wee. We got additional stuff to give away as well. It's still time for you to get over to our website at amg.game/aftermath. You can enter the sweepstakes for an amazing content creation pack. Look at that stuff on the screen.
Yeah, we have 13 of your favorite content creators. You could be number 14. We're hooking you up. You get a laptop, iPad. We've got your microphone, your camera, your ring light, your headphones, your adapters, everything you need to start pumping out some content of your own. So if you're in college, if you're in high school, if you're post-career looking to just grind some extra, we can hook you up with everything you need. Powerbank, can you imagine if someone came to you with a briefcase and was just like, here you go. Your career's all set. You just got to plug in and put in the work.
No, I can't. I was actually just about to say that. I will say, when I started out, I was on my phone, and that was it in a parking lot, right? Somebody would have came in with a prize pack like that with everything you need to be able to produce high-quality stuff out the gate. That would have made a dream come true and would have shortened up that path to get that content out there. So super excited to see who's going to take that home tonight. Don't forget to click that link in the description of the stream that you're watching. Welcome everyone in on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and even Instagram to tonight's stream. Remember, amg.games/aftermath. That'll get you over to the event sweepstakes.
Yeah, much love. We've got Kevgar, we've got Antisocial, a lot of people in the Twitch chat showing love. Also, I see you folks over on YouTube. Benji, what's good, my friend? Of course, big shout out to PUBG Mobile. They are putting together tonight's broadcast. They've hooked up you with all of your favorite content creators. We got your pro players and more. And as we mentioned, if you're just joining the show, if we get to the end of the show, expect some codes because our MVPs are going to be dropping some serious numbers in that Game 5. And as we unlock those kill points, we're going to be dropping more UC codes for you all. Remember, the game is free. Download it right now. And honestly, if you're kind of new to the mobile space, Into the Aftermath is the perfect time to jump in here. It's tied in with Spider-Man No Way Home. We're going to have some web shooters out for everybody. The game, the mechanics, it's fun to play, easy to pick up right away, Power Bang. And the additions that they give you in this new mode, it kind of makes you a super soldier right out of the gate. You don't have to loot up before you can do some damage.
You've seen some pretty incredible tricks go down over the last couple of weeks since the Into the Aftermath. Really, the update has come out. You've got all kinds of web slinging going around the map. Really excited to see what the teams come up with tonight. And again, really excited to see on the Aftermath map those new scopes in play and see whose aim is really on point. Again, I'm gonna be having my eyeballs on that Bushka. Again, best dress award for sure. I think I see him in the tux floating around there on Twitter. So excited to see what's gonna be going down here soon.
This is going to be a fun evening. Let us know, who do you want eyes on as we are able to jump around to all of your favorite content creators. Remember, they are also live on their personal channels, so feel free to check that one out. We're starting things off with our 13 captains, filling up with our community members. We'll be playing in squads of 4, and we are just looking for MVP. But it's not just Power Bang and I looking to identify the MVP. We want to hear from you in the chat. Who has been most impressive? It's not always most elimination that's going to win the award. Sometimes it might be spiciest gameplay, and we're starting off with a spicy one. Jacob's dropping in, and he's ready to pick some limbs early on with his squad. It looks like we got Angry Hoser and Smokey the Beard joining him here tonight.
Look at that surfboard he's riding in on, man. That's flying in style.
Above to our right, going a little off, and that is all I saw. All I got.
And Jacob's making the early calls. We go over to Rolex. Tell me a little bit about this guy, because I was watching his YouTube channel coming in. He looks like a frag star.
You know, he is definitely that. Rolex has got a long history from PUBG Mobile all the way back to Season 1. He's a former professional player, and in these community events, he normally does pretty dang well. His aim is on another level, and he's one of the most patient players out there and always seems to make the right decisions.
You can see here in the new map, buildings, most of them destroyed. You're rarely going to see anything over 2-3 stories here. And for the early game, let's just talk a little bit about the big picture here as you're moving around the map. You're going to be looking for some crates here to unlock your web slinger, of course, but also you just want the basic gear. You need to get your helmet, your vest, and your weaponry. What is your ideal weapon of choice? Because for me, I'm all about the LMGs these days.
Please.
You know, I am not
Please
going
don't
to
let me
go
be
with the
alone.
popular
Yes,
approach.
let's
Check out the
go.
zip line, though, before we get into the gear.
Yeah.
Brand new zip line on
Yeah, we
Aftermath,
just are missing
and
one
these players
squad mate.
are
That is
taking
awesome.
full advantage. Metalcore leading the charge. Looks like
All right.
on the
I
zip
got a
line.
FAMAS.
Back to your question,
Ooh,
though,
lovely
on the
backpack. We're
weapons, I'm
stacked.
always going with a
We're
sniper
gonna switch
rifle
to the
just because I love me a
animated
good
scar,
bolt action
100%.
in my hand.
And
One thing I will point out, though, is the new
there was a
AC
Carnage
weapons
Where'd
in
it
the
go?
game. Those are equipped
what?
with
Oh, there
a
it is.
brand new scope that definitely helps enhance with the most
Oh, it's
beautiful
gone.
of futuristic technology. One's aim on this brand new map, Aftermath map.
It dials you in pretty nicely, right?
It does.
Bellafox taking some early damage, hitting the ground, and she's got all of her squad with her, so feeling all right for the moment. As we keep our screen moving, this is one of my favorite competitors in the mix. If you're having a bad day, if you need a pick me up, just load up Coffee Stream.
Use, you know, they want us to use
Coffee here
Eliminated
dancing
instead,
around.
if it's possible.
Look at all the buildings. Everything pretty
The word
low to the
eliminated
ground.
instead
Nothing
of,
really in the way. Competitors really got to watch out for the enemy fire. If they're going to make a dart for it, they got to get behind a tree or a rock or something. It's a little bit challenging when those zones start to shift.
Got Ace Lawrence on your screen. Still looking for first elimination here in game number 1. Remember, all of our content creators teaming up with the community. And we have a feeling that 3 of these stars will be unlocking some serious
I'm gonna go down to the shoreline.
UC cash for everybody later in the day. Dab plays. No longer in the survival mode.
Good knock, good knock.
It looks like he is not going to take much damage on the flank here, while it's going to be his teammates, KFC, putting in the early damage with Salty.
He's trying to get over there for sure. Take a quick listen in here on Dab and his squad. Looks like they've got the first fight of the night.
Oh, it was Bella.
He says that was Bella, and then immediately executes.
Let's go.
No shame in his game.
Right? Bella's whole squad, well, they will be watching here for a while, and you can see the positioning. That's the new recall structure. Basically, if you lose a teammate, go over. You don't need to collect a card, nothing like that. Just simply punch in the button. Your teammate will be dropping back to earth. As we take our screen over to Lou Power, this is one of our Spanish-speaking stars in the mix. Lou has been popping off over on Facebook. Last time I saw his channel, man's up over 300K subscribers and growing every single day.
Lou's one of my favorites, man. He's got such great charisma. Always love watching him, so definitely go check him out if you guys have not already. Even if you don't understand the language, he's still hilarious to watch.
Another one of our Spanish-speaking content creators, Matt's in life. And Matt's checking out through the windows, making sure that everything is clear. Shots fired off to the left. And he's going to try and get an angle on his teammates who are taking heavy fire.
Matt's
Well,
got to
Matt,
come
he's
in
going to be in a
clutch here.
position to put up some kills of his own here, because no help is going to be on the board for him here, Powerbank.
Not at all. You mentioned those recall towers, and I imagine those are going to come in pretty handy right now for Matt's in life. He's taking a lot of risk here, down to about 1 HP. He is going to survive this one, but one thing you'll notice is he lands those bullets. There are hit markers with accompanying damage, so you can see actually how much damage you're doing to your opposition, and so they know exactly how lit he actually is.
Oh my gosh, there's people.
Speaking of lit, Metalcore's whole squad is taking fire from 2 different directions, trying to heal up while easing his way indoors. Well, they're pinched. You're basically just going to try and pick off one player with a team shot moving out of here. The smoke is definitely going to provide a little bit of cover on the escape route.
They're going to try their best here. That's one thing I can guarantee, but will they get away?
All right. Had to wait for the
brand new
teammates.
sports car there. They might be able to hop into that and make a quick getaway. A little faster, perhaps, but looks like they do make it out in the UAZ back to safety here. Gonna get behind one of those new shields.
Just scooping up the whole squad. Can he make it in? Come on, Kay. And here's some more fire going down. It's Ace Lawrence in a gunfight. Shots down low, turns and burns as he gets the knock on McDonald's Coops with the SKS.
Pretty incredible action so far. Third party coming in from multiple angles in all of these squad fights. You really feel the Aftermath openness here with no cover to hide behind as we take an aerial view here. Going over, it looks like Coops and his squad. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. We'll keep our eyes on Coops and see if he can stay in the fight. Doesn't look like he can.
Looks like that one is going to be wiped up.
It's a big
Feeling
win there
strong.
for old Ace.
Let me just quickly heal.
Ace Lawrence's squad full force right now, as they may be in the power position on the map. Currently looking over at Metalcore, and we saw him healing up inside earlier. Doing about the same as they go back to the whip.
Very nice. Good job.
I was going to say.
Impressed with his skins.
I like it. You know, this is a squad that's clearly investing some time and energy into this game. And Metalcore, right now we see him with 1 elimination. Question is, where are MVPs going to be pacing throughout these first 3 games? Remember, our players, they're still getting used to this map and mode.
I need a better scope.
And I expect by game 3, we're going to see a whole nother level, as already you're seeing the increased pace of Aftermath map.
Yeah, it's definitely smaller in size, and everyone seems to have their eyes on. If you're trying to track some of the leaders, my guess is they're going to come in around 6 or 7 kills at the top, with most of those coming kind of in the final circles there. You can see that new scope on display. Metalcore trying to lock on from distance. See if he can pick up a frag to open up this volley.
So that's good.
Checking the flank.
I'm going to try. Only have it 3 times? Okay.
Seems like it's all about equipment right now, trying to trade scopes and ask for supplies. And one of the cool new features also is there are coins on the map they can loot and actually get whatever they want out of a vending machine. So that's kind of neat. We'll keep our eyes on that as they find those.
Play it slow.
Have you seen anyone buy anything other than a sniper rifle? Because I know when I've been playing, my teammates, that's all they're spending their coins on.
Oh, it is.
Well, I know in the case of me, that's gonna be what I'm gonna buy every single time, regardless. So it's all about the sniper rifles, baby. So to answer your question, no, that's all I've seen.
No,
just see where the next zone is.
Get the clip maker, right?
Yeah, I think once I bought a helmet.
Metalcore's crew kind of slowing the pace down, just waiting for this next circle and opponents to be pushing in on them. We'll keep bouncing around as we show you what's up for Rolex. Sitting behind a tree at the moment. Squad is together, but were they just in an engagement? Her on the move with her squad as well, as the Australian is going to be teaming up with 3 community members. Reminder, you can join every single game. It looks like bad news for Farouk and Bushka. They're going to be waiting for game number 2. We got a little swimming action going on. And back over to Metalcore, as he may be looking for our Spanish-speaking friends. Is it going to be Lou on the other side?
That's certainly not going to be Bellafox. She's off taking a little break here as her team was eliminated by Dab and Squad.
Fall back.
I'll have to let her know that she made a star appearance here. But we got Metalcore again trying to find his way into zone. You can see up on the map on the top right.
My teammates are good.
They are right up on the edge. And they're going to have to be moving inland here soon.
Okay, I guess we're pushing. We're taking their loot. Let's go. I'm down, team.
I like this. Metalcore doesn't really have to play that captain role. He's just feeding off what the rest of the squad is doing in game. He sees the push, there to support it. The full man crew running together. No divide and conquer here for these early community games. You like to see it. Stick together, Strat.
Absolutely.
They can get knocked.
Seems like chasing somebody. I don't know if they actually finished him or if he's out there hiding in the water. But Mark's in the distance, 300 meters out.
I wonder if that's who they were gunning for. We'll see if we can get our camera back on him in a little bit. In the meantime,
a little bit awkward.
You can see they're just holding the edge here.
There too.
Somebody's eventually going to want to cross that bridge. That's going to be their position of power for the moment. And of course, they have the whip if they need to get in.
There is. Okay, let's just see where zone is. Let's just
take a note of the new zip line as well. Metalcore just saw a zip line going all the way across the water there. Fancy way to enter zone for sure, but you know, I'd ride it.
And you know, with these AC scopes, you can get beamed off one of those zip lines if you're not careful.
I think he's got a 3 times on that DP.
Up to the west. Player spotted on the hill.
Yeah, definitely. You can see him flanking, trying to get maybe a in between Metalcore squad and the zone, trying to gatekeep them a little bit. See if they're able to be successful here. All right, Her Gaming's jumping into it now.
Okay. Actually, I wonder who's still.
And we go back over to Matt's. Matt's playing this one slow. One teammate on the other side of the hill. Looks like shots were coming from this top tower, and he's going to find the first headshot. A little bit more damage. And you're looking at the health.
Hoping for a little more.
This is going to be a slow engagement, of course, a little back and forth pop shots. No need to fully go for this kill and potentially lose a teammate here.
Definitely, and they're sitting in a great spot in the zone. They're right on the edge right now. The other team is outside. They will have to work their way in, and in order to do that, they're either going to have to take the long way or work right through Mattson Life and his team.
Yeah, talk about a squad that needs to go on a rotation. Her gaming crew have a whole squad in front of them.
Okay, I'm coming.
As she's going to try and join back up with the rest of the squad. Engagement is there. Shots
making a lot of noise up there.
I have a lot of ammo.
And is that 2 eliminations it looks like she is already sitting on? So a little bit of a mix-up before this battle as they look to continue pushing in. Will there be a team waiting for him on the edge? That's what you got to look out for. And it looks like somebody still nearby is getting popped at the deployable cover out in the open. That'll give away their position.
Good shots there from Mattson from distance. He lands a knock. I'm not sure if that's who's engaged with Her Gaming and squad, but it seems like there are bullets coming from everywhere right now. I'm surprised Her Gaming took a bit of damage there, went from a position of strength to all of a sudden on the defensive and hiding inside of a farm.
Still pushing.
Little revive after the knock. Her Gaming squad back up to 3. Her's going to lead the charge, and there's the knock with the scar on Arc. So Mattson Life losing a teammate who got a little overly aggressive. As Her's crew is trying to stabilize, heal up before pushing out.
That could be Mattson Life down to only himself. He's going to have to get to that revive tower, which conveniently is directly in front of Her Gaming and squad. You can see they're camping that out very nicely. They're not out of the woods yet.
To go southwest to get into zone, maybe. Because the zone's going to push in on them anyway. They're going back the other side, so we could go around. Right side.
Okay, so they got the recall. She's got the full squad back together. They got a few knocks, the revives, and now they're moving forward. Here we see a rotation, though, as KB John could be running into trouble. An opponent that's AS and Matt's in front of him, and of course to the left you can see the rotation from Riggs. John, I don't know how long you're going to live, buddy. Good luck.
Oh, wow. Lots of squads enter the screen right now. It's a great little view. 4 different teams going head-to-head here. Looks like Mattson Life right in the middle of it. He's got to fight his way out. He's either got to go forward or backwards and clear himself a path.
Yeah, it looks like Matts is going to lay down John as we were watching a little bit earlier in third person. Salty continues to score. And on your screen, Riggs is in trouble. They're into the circle, but they are weak. Over to Rolex. Great position
his
you can see in the middle of the map.
I can't recall you guys.
He's up to 6 kills already. Rolex is certainly leading the charge. Want to keep an eye on him as we get towards the finish line here. He just might be in prime position to finish with the MVP of match number 1 here.
Now, looks like he just smoked out the recall. Going for the heals first.
I think now you should camp.
We'll see what the play is, but this is going to be kind of make or break for Rolex, who's definitely right now my front runner position for MVP in map 1.
Even if I pick the
You mentioned his position, though. He's in prime spot here as well, in the zone, very central. Knows he's getting pushed. And look at that zone. There is a moat guarding the majority of it, so anyone already inside that peninsula is in a great spot.
Mattson Life, we were watching earlier, was able to take out KB John and the rest of the blue squad, it looks like. Over to Coffee.
Buggy.
Oh, that Buggy's got no chance, but he's going to put on a show. Oh, look at this. He sends it successfully, I might add. And it looks like he's gone AFK in the driver's seat for a time.
Yeah, into the Agua. Mads is going to be taking a few sips of some river water.
I'm out.
Quick looting going down. And it's Coffee back on the move with 2 teammates in front of him.
Yeah, I could drop you a little bit. Just come to
Whole
the zone,
squad going into the late game together. Coffee's team is looking in a prime position. 2 eliminations to his name.
Don't spread like crazy. I just dropped 30.
As this next circle sets, this is when the blue zone's going to start to hurt a little bit. Luckily, they've got a little bit of cover here from the castle, but this is not somewhere they're going to want to play. You can see it starting to tick down pretty quickly here. They try to find some new loot.
What the hell? Right here.
This is going to be some costly looting. Gonna have to
Look at
use
the
up
circle.
some
It's
heals
centered.
after that.
Square on the peninsula, though. People have to cross this river on all sides in order to make their way in. It's exactly what Squad 9 here is trying to do.
Lavish in the middle. Onyx trying to cover. And if they can get there, Lou Power is watching the flank, but the other two are healing up. So small opportunity to make a break. Her Gaming, the last one up for her squad, cut down to about 25 HP there in the third-person view. We go over to Lou's position, and we showed you his teammates were healing a little bit earlier. Lou just taking kind of some peak angles of that river where Lavish was trying to push a little bit earlier.
I think Lou's distracted, man, with all that loot. He's got some crates in there that are absolutely stacked, and he is going back to the well. Gonna get stacked up for the late-game push here as he tries to defend this circle.
The bridge on that corner.
Her Gaming survived. She got some heals off as well.
Was there ever a doubt, Bucket? You knew Her Gaming was gonna survive. She's a beast.
Opponents are stuck in the zone. She is inside the circle. Just smokes in a single wall cover. And she's got some damage down to Dreadshot.
Squad 9 desperately trying to get Degon across the water. Not going to happen. Going to drop to the play zone here. But now it's all about those shields and mobile cover. You can see here Her Gaming and Squad creating a bit of a fortress. That's going to be absolutely imperative to all squads here as this circle closes.
The grenades not landing quite yet. Play zone narrowing in. As we have three squads stacked up on top of each other. We saw 2-man, a 3-man, and another 2-person group with Her Gaming holding their own. Lawrence is on the move, though.
If you have extra, can I have some?
Here's what I want to see. I want to see one squad taken out here. We get down to 2. It's a 1v1. And then I want all members of one squad to hop on that zip line and just yeet themselves straight into the blue zone. That's how I want this to finish up.
Chat yelling Amelia, cheering on Her Gaming. And she is knocked. It was Lavish who got aggressive. Great work there by his ESP Cold. Gets the counter knock. Will the revive come through? It's not looking good for Cold, and Her Gaming squad will be wiped. They'll go out in fourth. That brings us down to 3 remaining teams as Ace Lawrence is holding the perimeter with one teammate. They're going to get the knock at the tree and now can surge forward.
This is looking good for Ace's squad here. He's taking down Lou Power. He's got shots on his flank here.
I don't know.
Forced to heal.
How many
Looks like there might be 3 squads left. Looking for the player's perspective, so we don't have all of the full team detail at this point.
I was going to say, is Rolex gone?
Definitely getting tense. I don't know. That's what I was actually just looking for.
We have not checked in on him for a moment. Remember, he was the last one standing. As we go to the wide view, you can see he's nowhere in the action. We're going to see Clapton Aimbot going up against Foreman in New State. It is George trying to push out. George's going to get cut down. And there is your winner. Force Lawrence's crew feeling good here in the final moments.
Oh, you went with the force anyways. It's Ace Lawrence coming in with the big kill here at the very end. Him and his teammate finishing up. Man, they finished with 10 kills in the squad. Rolex goes out in 7th place. Now we've got a little bit of a debate here between who we're going to give the MVP to for our first game. Puckett, I'm going to leave this one up to you. Ace Lawrence finishes with 5 kills and the chicken dinner. Rolex, though, topping the kill charts at 6 kills, carrying his team in 7th place. Who are we going with to move on for that MVP slot?
I mean, I'm looking here in Rolex's teammate. You got 1 kill out of, or 1 elimination out of Axel, Hitman, and Memory. Nothing so far. So if you're looking for an individual most valuable player to get your squad into the top 6, you might have to go Rolex. Chat, I need some help here, though. Do you go with Lawrence, who won the round, or are you feeling Rolex? Let us know what you think for game number 1. Powerbang, does your heart, does it pull you in either direction?
It was a tough one, man. I honestly could go either way. Love to get chat's input. Ultimately, though, you know, I said it before the game started. We were looking for the most kills. Rolex did pick that up in spades early on, picking up those 6 kills. For me, I would go with Rolex, but ultimately that chicken dinner's got to count for something too. So why don't we go MVP, Rolex, game number 1.
Rolex.
And he'll be on the squad here for our 5th and final game where we go for all of the prizes.
That's right. We're looking for who will earn you the most UC later in the day. Remember that Game 5, they're playing for the community as we are trying to unlock so many milestones for everyone watching at home. Great work, though, from Rolex as he will pick up our first MVP award and is guaranteed to be featured in that 5th game. We still have 2 more drops coming up here in Aftermath before we get to our pro action on Erangel a little bit later on tonight.
Amazing stuff. We've got a special guest, though, the first of many coming in tonight. It's none other than Panda. Panda, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Well, you know, you graced us with your presence on the last one, and we played a little game with you, and I think we might do a little more of the same. Bucket, do you want to explain the rules that we're going to play with Panda?
Yes, Panda, are you ready for this one? Tonight, it's not about the sounds. It's all about our blurry vision. So we're going to put you to the test. Blurred lines. We're going to show you an image from the map. You got to tell me what we're looking at as this one slowly reveals. What do you think is on your screen?
It's a power plant. It's Milta Power.
Perfect. You know exactly how to play, so we've got a series of images now we're going to throw on the screen, and for each one you get right, well, maybe we got some giveaways for the chat. So here we go. Let's get our first image on the screen. It's going to start out blurry.
It's so stressful. Okay.
Guess whenever you're ready. What are we looking at?
Can I just start guessing whenever?
Yeah. Whenever you want. Chat, help them out.
Is it George Pool? Is it Novo?
You got it. Georgia Pool. This is South Georgia.
There we go.
All right. Let's get our next image on the screen for Panda.
Loading it up, Panda. I'm bringing it to you. Do you know what this is?
Oh, what can this be? No. What is this? Is this
Give him a little more. A little more.
It's Pachinki?
Show the man.
Ding,
ding, hey, look at that. We got a Pachinki.
What was it?
He is successfully. We're 2 for 2.
I have no idea. I saw the houses, the color of the houses.
Okay, he knows the rooftops.
Honestly,
here we go. What do you got for me?
A lucky guess, honestly. Oh, what can this be? I see water. I see water. What can this be?
What could it be?
It's dark.
Is it prison?
It's green.
No, that's not prison.
I would want to go there.
You would want to go there? Oh, okay. Oh,
it is
I was only
paradise.
thinking about Erangel. Paradise, of course.
Right? We've got some other maps working as well.
For sure.
We've got image number 4, though. Let's put it on the screen. Panda, what do you see in here?
So it can be any map?
It can.
Okay, that just made it so much harder.
You're welcome. We got
there we go. Boot camp.
Lobby, by the way. Boot camp. He nailed that one pretty early here, Powerbang. Wow.
He got that one right off the bat. As soon as he's thinking Zenox, boot camp's obviously in play. Pretty iconic. And we've got image number 5. And chat, while you're waiting, make sure you hop into the next lobby. The room and ID is on the screen. Panda, go ahead.
Oh, okay. We got the next one. Okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, no. Is it not the power plant again?
It is.
It is.
Congratulations.
He nailed it. We gave you the teaser a little bit earlier. We saw a little struggle last time around, so this time we wanted to make sure you nailed it. And you crushed it tonight, my friend. Well done.
Amazing
I'm surprised
stuff.
myself.
Panda, gotta ask, my friend, favorite map and why?
Favorite map? Okay. I want to say Livik, honestly. I want to say Livik. Livik and Erangel is split in spot number 1. I like Livik so much.
Tell me about Livik. Why do you like Livik?
Such a small map.
Get the aftermath.
Yeah, it's a small map and it's like 15 minutes, so it's a lot faster than Erangel, for example, which is 30 minutes. And I really like the houses and just the environment, because I think Livik is kind of based on like up north here in Sweden and Norway and like in Europe, so it feels like home in some way. So it's kind of play there.
Have some nice fjords there for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Panda, we've got the room lobby loading up for everyone in the community to play. If you had a chance to play with any content creator, who do you think would be getting your chicken dinner? We have our second map, a third one still coming with all of our content creators participating tonight.
Wait, what did you say?
Who do you think would be your best possible teammate to guarantee a chicken dinner?
to guarantee a chicken dinner? I would have to say Levino. He has carried me before, so he can carry me again.
There you go.
There we go. I'll watch the videos, man.
Choice. For sure. Panda, thank you so much for hanging out with us, my friend. I gotta say, your in-between game skills here on the game shows for PUBG Mobile have drastically improved from last time around. You killed the visuals, my friend. Nice work, 5 for 5. And that means we got some stuff to give away to the chat, courtesy of your performance. So again, thank you so much for coming on and absolutely slaying it.
Of course. It was really fun. I want to play more.
Amazing. Awesome. All right, we are going to let you get back to the games. Panda, thank you so much. In the meantime, everybody, go check out his YouTube channel. He is crushing it. Some of the best content from PUBG Mobile. This man's pumping it out on a daily basis. Panda, we will see you soon, and we got another game coming up. But because Panda crushed it, we've got some codes. So, Powerbank, break this down. How does everyone plug this in, and what are they getting?
Well, you're going to see some redeem codes on your screen. Again, courtesy of Panda and his stellar performance in our last game. You guys can take these over to PUBGMobile.com/redeem, enter the codes in, and you will get a nice little surprise of UC in your in-game mailbox, which you can redeem for some amazing in-game items, suits, gun skins, the whole works, and, take your pick. You'll see a lot more of these giveaways, though, throughout tonight's show. And again, as we kind of cruise to our last game, we're going to have a whole bunch to give away at the end. So make sure you guys are sticking around. And don't forget, we've got an amazing contest that we can go sign up for right now as well. If you have not entered the sweepstakes, highly encourage you to do so, because I've never seen a giveaway this good for anybody that's interested in making content ever. You guys can do that over at amg.game/aftermath. And again, on the screen, you can see the content creation pack that is up for grabs still at this moment. So make sure you get over there and sign up.
No, seriously, this is such a sick setup for anyone that wins this thing. You get the microphone, the webcam, laptop, iPad, ring light, headset, and more. Everything you could potentially need to start making your own videos. We could be hooking you up. All you got to do, head over to that website at the bottom of your screen. We mentioned the UC giveaways. Panda just hooked the people up. We've got an opportunity for you to win more of it at the end of the show. Remember, every single game, we are looking for an MVP. Rolex taking the MVP award for game number 1. Our content creators, well, we're pairing them up with some fresh community members, and they're about to drop in to game number 2. We said Ace Lawrence is in the running. We definitely know Rolex is going to be appearing in that game number 5. Who do you want to watch this game that we didn't get enough eyes on in game number 1, Powerbang, coming into the second drop?
I personally am always a fan of watching some Jacob Gaming action. You never know what kind of shenanigans this dude's going to get into. Driving that boat all around the map, and there's some opportunities to do that on Livik. And one of the things, before we get too deep into the next game, just wanted to make sure that we, have the opportunity to throw the ID on screen if needed. If not, though, it does look like we're all good to go. Just wanted to make sure that we called attention to it, because I know it kind of popped up while we were talking to Panda. So it looks like we're good to go. Game number 2. Let's rock and roll.
And remember,
and they're going straight to the power plant.
Guess a revive on the revive tower.
It looks like I got some influence here. Got Jacob on the screen, huh?
Yeah, man. I like it. They seem to like you around here for some reason, Powerbang.
I can't explain it, but here we go. Jacob squad dropping in to the power plant. They're going to grab some loot, and he's got some company.
Oh, boy. Early shots are landed, but he is taking some damage as well. Support from KB John, who's back in the mix this time on Jacob's squad.
Great little escape there from Jacob. Luckily for him, he picked up 2 first aids early, so he's going to be able to get off a heal while his teammates push up and take position. He's got the flank covered. What a great little spot if somebody tries to work their way around the back.
You can see the outside corner, shots continue to go down as his teammates are trying to circle around him. And they will go for the loop here. It's he and Chaos making the push with some nice cover. Unfortunately, though, there's a man on the roof, and he's doing damage. Shots in, and what a drop as he gets the knock on Nikki.
Jacob's a monster. He gets one on the top of the building, and they are flushing them inside.
Nice. That's 2 down.
And we have ourselves our first fight.
Uh-oh. Riggs, first content creator down, about to be out. It's Emerin and So Sorry fighting for their lives in the 2v4.
Hopefully just one of them can make it away.
Yeah, I was going to say, So Sorry's down, and that is going to be it. Team Riggs The first one to the sideline. They will be cheering on the rest of the content creators as the battle continues. But what a start there. You get the drop. Two teams instantly at the power plant. The fight going in favor of Jacob Gaming. Now they have all the loot, the spoils of war in their favor, and they can make some moves with some nice weaponry for this next gunfight. I'm looking around. I mean, you got yourself your M4s, your M16s, your LMGs. You're good to go, right?
You got the pick of the litter over here at the power plant, one of the most dense places for loot on the entire map. Always seems to be hot when you drop there, and there's one of those new vending machines they're about to take a visit to. One of the things I will say is there is a new feature here where you can carry a teammate or an enemy. Pretty cool. You can see Metalcore using that to get his Nunudata teammate inside and get that heal.
He's with the shotgun.
One of the things, though,
one last game.
on those hot drops at power plant like that, I usually find myself on the side of Riggs Gaming, just getting smacked.
Yeah.
And, Jacob is on the other side usually.
Onyx is down. Angry, trying to get him back on his feet. Meanwhile, French Fry and Kofi somehow surviving. Vita Gaming and Lou Power are going to defend it, though, as French Fry is dropped. It looks like Lou Power Squad again off to a nice start, as they should be able to pick up these early eliminations. Everyone weak, you just got to get in the final pops.
That was actually incredible. Lou Power still somehow clinging to life. We've got a last man up here.
Did they get third-partied, or did Lou's squad just get rolled there? There's a little bit of Humpty Dumpty on your screen as Lou's team, they crumble.
You can hear him saying, too bad. It really was. I thought the shield between Byte Gaming and his enemy was quite clever. It ultimately worked once, but the flank came in. Lou Power's team is going to go back to the lobby and wait for game number 3. Game 2 did not pan out. Let's turn our attention over to Farouk here, as Farouk is looking to climb his way up the leaderboard and make it into that 5th and final game.
Unfortunately, that's not the boat we expect to make it to land a little bit later. But Farouk, we mentioned it. The guy, he's always gaming in a button down. He can game anywhere on the planet in any gear, and he makes it look good. I've been loving his content, checking it out leading up to tonight's broadcast. And one of the other things I noticed is he's used to playing with the community. So is this guy, Bushka, always putting on a show. He can be a friend of anyone who squads up with the man, and always a fantastic leader. He knows this game inside and out.
One of my favorite things about Bushka, in addition to the fact that he's one of the most knowledgeable on the mechanics of PUBG Mobile, definitely check out his channel if you're interested in weapon breakdowns and all kinds of fun, entertaining PUBG Mobile educational stuff. But he is just a joy to beat around. I tell you what, he's one of my favorite creators to play with. Always a hoot, always having a great time, and that's something you'll love to see. Hopefully his teammates are enjoying playing with him here on Aftermath.
Dab plays. Most of his videos have been on Metro. Want to see what he's bringing to the table here in Aftermath. And so far,
Speaking
it
of
looks
Metro,
like
he
just
is
some easy looting at Shipyard.
He is one of PUBG Mobile's premier Metro players, and is consistently finding his way up the top of that leaderboard.
They're ninjas.
Over to Bellafox. We saw her and Lou Power in a battle last game. Her team came out on the losing end of that this time around.
I was last time. That's good. I got my sniper.
You can hear already a better game number 2 than game 1 when it comes to the loot. And Bellafox, if you know anything about this lady, she loves to snipe. Awesome to see her already set up with one going into the second circle.
Not only does she love it, she's pretty dang good at it too. Gotta say, you see her pop off, get a little headshot from range, and she'll get pretty excited on you.
There's montage clips just waiting to be had. As we keep our screen rolling, we'll bounce you back over to Jacob Gaming. Remember, this was the squad we dropped in with at the start. They won the fight at Power, and now continue to move forward. As he is checking every corner. At this point in the game, what are you looting for, Powerbang? Because I feel like you had the hot drop, you won that, you got all the gear you potentially needed. Are you just playing this slow, trying to get to the center of the circle?
Yeah, a little bit of mix of both. I think it depends on kind of what you're rocking gear-wise. And in the case of Jacob here, he's rocking the M249. If he's got the AC version of that gun, it is an absolute menace. It's got that stability on it, a little bit of, you know, beautiful aim with the brand new scopes. And this thing, I mean, 150 rounds on the belt. That's some impressive firepower. So he's definitely rocking a loadout that I would consider near ideal.
Zone closes.
Lots of shop tokens as well. Hopefully we'll see the vending machines in action a little bit later, as our players can always cash those in here in Aftermath. Remember, if you lose teammates as well, there are the revive towers. That's where you'll see most of the fights in the next 5-10 minutes here, as game number 1 slowing down a little, or sorry, game 2 a little bit slower than what we saw in game 1. Our players finding their form, though, as Bushka's squad has an opponent spotted in the window, going for some pop shots on a player top roof as well.
Oh, you hear that connection right there, but it is not going to be enough, as Mighty Mouth is going to pop right back with the Kar98 to the dome. Bushka's going to have to take a seat.
Smoke the beard, getting him back on his feet. Good guy, Smoke. Meanwhile,
I got heals, that's good.
Looks like Berkey is taking some big damage. And we're going to see Bushka's crew have to heal up before they can get over the edge here. And I wonder, what is the play? You don't really have to go anywhere. Your opponents seem to have the high ground. Maybe just keep getting some new angles from the top of the roof.
Yeah, you fan out a little bit. Just make sure you're not vulnerable to a crash, and definitely feel like at this point, you know, you're just kind of trading armor back and forth if you don't have the ability to flush somebody once you get the knock. Take a peek over here at Farouk Ahmad and his squad, and they are going to be taking on squad number 9 here. Quite spread out, too. They've got quite the angles.
Onyx is in this key position. He's holding the back door. Meanwhile, you got French Fry on the opposite flank. Kofi with the high ground, and then Angry Hoser just sitting in that window, can pop out at any time. Meanwhile, Mats and Life staying on the move as they are going to get the crate. Well, quick loot, and then back to the top of the hill as they're sitting pretty front and center. Everybody has to come to them. Don't expect any fights anytime soon. It's all going to go down here on the perimeter of the circle. As you can see, already down a player. It's Farouk's squad trying to battle back. And they're in trouble. Molotovs all around, and a teammate again dropped. That's Pax on the ground here.
This is not looking good for old Farouk. He's getting pushed. And that'll do it.
Yep. Nice frag grenade coming out of Kofi. He was the player on top of the hill. And Kofi's crew will finish this one. Fall back, says Farouk. Don't worry about me, buddy. Get to the recall and bring us back a little bit later, Storm. It's the only chance, as Farouk is going to be sitting watching. Kofi with that DP28 doing a lot of damage as our community members are putting up some serious numbers. Storm will fall, and Farouk's squad is all out here in game number 2. Let's keep our eyes on players that are still in it. Looks like we got Freckle and Miss Panda going up against Jacob Gaming, who we saw at the start of this one, now on the flank as his teammate KB John takes down one.
It's like John sneaking in here from another angle. Didn't quite see him on the map, but definitely doing work, as we got Bushka in the nearby area as well at Gronas. And he's going to be moving out also. He's got a full squad, though, so you got to love to see that. Jacob now on the angles here. They're going to put on the aggressive moves, trying to take over this city and get this cover for themselves.
Early shots going down. Jacob's aware of it, trying to find the angle. Remember, there's only 1 or 2 players to beat here. And it looks like there may be an opponent pinching in from the top rock. Angle is covered with a teammate looking at the left. He's got the right side. They've got him pinched. It's only a matter of time.
Connects quite a bit there. Knocks him down to about half HP, so good shots. Takes the high ground, trying to sneak some over that shield. He's gonna just try to take the shield out here and remove some of that cover.
Break the walls, guys.
That's a strategy. Break the walls, you know?
Good.
They only have 2 of them.
Ammo he's got 600 plus rounds of 5.56 there, so he's got the ammo to burn, and he will do just that as they pinch from both sides.
Yeah, and this M4 is so nice, having the 50-round clips. You can just mow through opponents. Their squad, they are rolling at this point.
What do you
As
guys
that
think
is
about
at least their second team, if not their third team wipe that we've witnessed just here in game 2.
We're in zone here. So
Jacob's definitely impressing so far. Kind of called that we might have some solid performance from him. Let's take a listen in on Coffee and his team.
For whoever wants them. And after that, we could probably just go and full Senate, probably crabgrass. Try to buy as many smokes. We'll need those. Smokes and first aids.
I've only got 2 coins, so I ain't buying much.
2 coins ain't gonna do it, my friend. You are absolutely right. You ain't buying nothing.
Need anything?
All right, Coffee and his poor friends are going to be looking for some more coin. Meanwhile, we got a battle here. It's Mighty and Metalcore getting aggressive. Smoke the Beard. You saw him earlier with the revive. Was healing up in the back right corner as Metalcore is going for the pinch. And this is a dangerous position because at any moment, 3 guns could be on you, right?
It really could, especially when, you know, you're on the edge of the circle and you've got people still trying to make their way in. They're hitting you from angles that you're not really set up to defend. It could be quite difficult there. I gotta say, Bushka's teammate, Not Lit. That might be the best name I've seen in the game. Not Lit.
Not Lit. Very much good to go. Holding that left side. Bushka was on the far right, and Metalcore, he's looking for him. Trying to get to the top. Peek right over the edge of this roof and hopefully get the instant knock. Here's the opportunity. Team shot is there, but doesn't land.
I liked the idea here. He just didn't quite get up there in time to get those shots. But yeah, they definitely had the angles, and Bushka's on the roof. He was the one Metalcore was shooting at. He's going to answer back with a grenade here.
Hopeful grenades. Tough to land that down the back edge of the rooftop. He was trying to push Metal back. And you can see this is just going to be a bit of a standoff. Both teams are inside the circle, so no real movement required. But you're also kind of holding each other at a stalemate. Neither will be able to score without moving forward. And it's Metalcore who says, you know what? I'm going for it. The drop shot. But he's going to get knocked by Not Lit.
No, I didn't use
Definitely a bit of a tactical error there by Metalcore to push across the street. They had position in the zone. No need to push at all. But he just got tired of waiting. I think he called him out and said, hey, you wussies, what are you doing over there behind the rooftops? Let's get some gunplay going on here. Didn't work out for him.
He was a little upset with himself. Didn't get the cover where he wanted. Bushka. He's looking for that third party, I believe. His shots are landing up top. Couldn't quite finish that opponent. But nice damage continues to be dealt by Team Bushka. They've been weakened, they've been downed, but no one falling as they still remain a squad of 4 pushing forward.
And then we'll start smoking out the back, make a move, because we're going to run into other people. We've got to get across that road now. Let's use these smokes.
Bushka making plans to make his escape here, getting the smokes down. Keeping his calm, though. What you like to see is he leads his team towards that circle. The next position just a little bit across the street. So this next little bit's going to be treacherous.
Yeah, and once you're there, though, you have to fight against players who are holding the high ground. They're holding that edge of the hill.
I can't see that.
And there could be more bogeys. Exactly where Bushka was peeking, over to the left. So here goes the move through the smoke. And you can see as we fly above, everyone is stacked up.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you're Bushka, you just got to hope that there's enough meat shields out there to distract from your vulnerable presence in the middle of the street. And that's what's happened so far, is they're still intact, making their way across, but again, working their way straight up to that high ground. It's going to be challenging. Shredder has been picked off in the back. His team's going to try to be able to pick him up here.
And I don't know if you saw the kill feed, but Zenox has somehow found his way into this game. Just showed up 3 times. Arc doing some damage on Sky. As Bushka's team still surviving so far. Everyone distracted at the top of the hill. Jacob is in the mix again as Team Jacob Gaming still scoring here. Jacob Gaming, without a doubt, in the MVP conversation for Game 2.
What a great spot to be. Wonderful. There's someone right
there. Great call out on Zenox. Looks like he's getting a little bit of a warm-up, as you'll see him a little bit later on the stream in our Esports Showdown. Excited for that one. Zenox, a pro player for Pittsburgh Knights, one of the standouts at this year's PMGC and PMPL. And we'll keep our eyes on the kill feed for him. Again, Jacob Gaming popping up quite a bit. He's definitely in the front-runner spot right now for MVP, I would say, for this second game. And his team is still alive and in a good spot in the zone. So we take a peek here at Dab Plays.
Dab's crew, they have been playing this one slow since the beginning. You saw them go to the edge of the map, edge of the circle every time we've been on their screen. And nothing different here. Meanwhile, Matt's in life, always in the action. As you can see, he is going to be running around the edge of this circle, trying to gather the information, call it back to the squad. They're taking fire. They're going to get out and take this engagement vehicle down. So you're on your feet, and, well, he's not even there. Teammate has to go for the revive as he gets hit with the explosion.
And that looks to be Zenox down from the vehicle. That's not a player that Matt's and wife wants to lose.
Yeah, man, I went.
Zenox going to be the hero, potentially, as the revive did come through. Jacob Gaming on your screen. Pushed at the edge of the circle. They got him be moving in. Dap was just down. And it looks like his squad is in trouble as we go to Jacob. Is this the squad pushing in on him? That's another down with the M249, the LMG. You never have to reload it in the end game moments.
Jacob with the kill on Rolex as well. That is a big competitor to get out of the way. Fake Jacob, the train continues to roll in this one as they are firmly in control here. In game number 2, look at that circle. It's getting awfully small.
You just saw there the top 10. This game coming to an end.
Start smoking a path.
Jacob Gaming squad looking to finish just as they started in the driver's seat. The first on the scoreboard. Trying to be the last as well. Shots are in, though, as Arc takes lots of damage. Jacob's on the rotation here. See if they survive through the smoke. Shots are landed. Jacob's in trouble. 2 different angles peppering him as he gets into the new zone. Or is he just barely on the outside? We're about to find out. It's Sizzles at the top. Looks like Bren and Zenox from Matson Life Squad still in the mix here.
Oh, Jacob's blessed with zone, and he's taken down off the flank. Carlos pops up out of the weeds, and that is a tough break there for Jacob.
All eyes were at the top. Carlos at the bottom gets in. The flank is there. Jacob back on his feet, though.
He's up.
It's going to be Keds there to support. Second wall is down, so this looked a little bit sketchy, but the heal was still there with just a fraction of health. And we talked a little bit about their playstyle earlier. It was shoot the walls. That seems to be the name of the game here at the end. The Molotov forcing Carlos back going outside the edge is Jacob. And it will not pay off. A costly play in the final moments here, Powerbank.
One left on my wall.
And he's going up against Zenox here. Zenox down, and it looks like Jacob's squad may have picked him up at the end.
Wow.
He stays alive, and that is going to do it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. This game number 2 seems to be done. The match is going to end here in just a moment. We'll try to get to our end screen and check out our finals. And it is indeed Jacob and squad. He picks up 6 kills. Arc, his teammate, picks up 7. Man, I don't know about you, but this one seems a little clear-cut as far as the MVP.
Yeah, and considering that Zenox was in the other side of that final fight makes that even more impressive. Jacob, without a doubt, earning our MVP. Arc, the community MVP here of game number 2, as that squad was so fun to watch. I mean, you're going 16 eliminations as a pickup squad. You got to feel good about that performance, Powerbank.
100%. We got to give our MVP, though, for game number 2. Jacob Gaming, all the way from the start, dropped into Power Plant, immediately in a fight versus Riggs Gaming, comes out on top, and they keep the pedal to the metal the entire way through. Squad picking up over 15 kills there in our second match. Incredible stuff, and as you mentioned, up against Zenox, who is a formidable pro, not just any pro, but this man is one of the kings of kings in the North American esports scene, so really impressive stuff here from Jacob Gaming.
Fantastic stuff. That means Rolex is in, Jacob Gaming are in to support the community in that 5th and final game of the night. We're also going to find out which pro player will be joining our super team with our pro player battle coming up here at game number 4. In that matchup, you're going to see a young man by the name of HH24. He's going to be on your stream a little bit later, but if you haven't met him yet, let's take a look at the guy who's going to be putting on a show for everyone in just a bit.
My name is HH24. I am playing under Ghost Gaming. I've been playing for around 3 years professionally. I am more of a passive player supporting my team. My most memorable moment is getting 4th place in PEC. It was the best moment. It made it special for me because that was like my first globals. The first time I got picked up by Team Totality, I was kind of excited because that's my first organization and I just try to perform to my highest ability. I first started playing PUBG Mobile with some friends. A group of friends of us decided to play PUBG Mobile. We saw the first PMCO. We couldn't register for it, sadly, but I knew there was going to be more tournaments, so I kept training. For training, I just played the game a lot, like, I don't know, like 6 hours a day, because I really enjoyed the game as well. I did some trainings and training grounds. Anyone can do this. It's just time and effort. If you're a new player trying to go pro, just play a lot of tier 1 scrims and learn from your mistakes and you will get to tier 1. When it's tournament time, 2 weeks beforehand, I instantly get on the game, make sure I am training to my best. We play a lot of scrims every day, learn from our mistakes.
Wants to hop up, and that's the one for HH. HH might just spray the grass here and take down the rest of XSET.
My favorite moment from being in Ghost Gaming is winning PMPL NA, getting 2nd in Americas, and being in PMGC. Our mindset was, well, my mindset was, we already won the tournament. Our biggest rival is Knights, because Coops is really good at the game.
EKM and hand getting sprayed on by HH24's Uzi.
Shout out to Ghost Gaming for picking us up. It's an amazing opportunity.
Now representing Ghost Gaming, we have HH24 live on the show. HH24, excited to watch you play in our pro matchup coming up a little bit later. But first, I want to check in. What are your thoughts on Aftermath so far? What do you think of the first 2 games we just saw here on stream?
Everything's looking pretty good. Everyone has some pretty good competition.
Saw Zenox getting in his reps a little bit early there. You might have to take the battlegrounds in game number 3 here, get that gun warmed up. Gotta say, man, big fan of all of the play that you've been putting down over the course of PMGC, PMPO, all the tournaments leading up to today, essentially. So props on that, and gotta shout you out as one of the longtime supporters of, I guess, just PUBG Mobile community, always being there through my community tournaments and a lot of the stuff that we've done over the years. It's been awesome to see you kind of just absolutely slaying out. I guess if I had to ask, what is your favorite part about showing up to these and playing? Like, what do you like the most?
I like to come in and just have fun.
Gotta love it.
Let's talk a little bit about that fun. I gotta ask about your play style, because I heard you say you're a support player. You're someone who kind of helps the team get the chicken dinner. But when we see you face off against the other pro players, this is going to be an elimination race. So we need you to go into that fragger mindset. What do you do differently in game? What's the loadout? What's the loot we're looking forward to you hopefully having when we get to your screen?
Hopefully I got an M4 and Uzi. I'm going in.
There we go. Uzi all day. HH24, we know you got to warm up, so we're going to let you go. But thank you so much for joining us. And I'm pumped to have you on screen, man. You are going to be earning all of our viewers a chance to earn some UC a little bit later on. Anything you want to say to your fans before you go?
Thank you all for coming and register.
Love it, man.
Awesome.
Best of luck out there, HH.
Thank you.
That is HH. We're going to see him a little bit later, but right now we've got another round of giveaways. Shout out to everyone at PUBG Mobile hooking up the community. These codes can be dropped in for your chance to earn some in-game bucks. Put it to use to get everything from your skins to your guns and more. I love it. We're doing this all night, Power Bank. That was just our second drop of the night. We still have our celebrity community member showdown coming up in game 3. Rolex was an MVP. We just said Jacob Gaming is our second MVP. Who else is still in the hunt? I'm still waiting for my Bellafox headshot. I'm waiting to see her pop off.
That's a tough one here. If I had to make a wager here for game number 3, I'm gonna go back to the well. Can't be somebody we've already picked. I'm going with Her Gaming for game number 3. Her Gaming, I expect to see on the top of that leaderboard. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, baby.
I love it. You know she's not backing down from any engagement, so you just gotta win this first one. We want to see her go deep. We'll see who Her Gaming has teamed up with. A reminder, you all can get in the games. We'll be posting the room codes every single opportunity. This one is full, and it's time to get in with Her Gaming already on the ground. She's got a backpack, weaponry, and more, as she's going to find a DP early on, it looks like. And this is about as good as you can ask for at the start of a game, Powerbank.
Not too shabby at all. They drop in Midstein, which is one of the hottest drops you can find in PUBG Mobile Aftermath map here. And these buildings are broken up and don't have quite the same cover she might be used to, so we'll see how she can deal with it.
Got to be careful without the helmet. As you can see, a little passive play over to Bellafox. No sniper, shotgun instead, as this is going to be a little slower start, just hanging out towards the edge as they're going into the early rounds.
All right, guys.
Trying to figure out what the best plan of attack is going to be.
Oh, that's
Riggs down early again. You hate to see it. Nubology takes him down, but Nubology taken back by surprise there. It looks like they're in a bit of a tussle somewhere. Would love to peek over to Riggs' squad if we have the ability to. But we also have Farouk here in early action. You can see, looks like he might be the only one of his team left standing. He's got to try to make it to one of those revive stands, get to that communication tower, and get his teammates back in.
Yeah, good luck getting the recall, buddy. 1v3. You saw Nubology? That was his teammate. So Farouk Ahmad all alone. Bush just got his full crew with him, and you're going to see more eliminations continue to get scored as players are dropping left and right early. It looks like Ice was ripped up. As it's Zenox now on the losing end of that fight as well. So Zenox gets into game 3 and gets dropped early here. This is great news for everyone else in the lobby.
Absolutely. Not great news for Rolex, though. Zenox able to take down Rolex before going out himself. And another player I saw kind of get knocked and eliminated was Her Gaming, my pick for this particular lobby. So Zenox also taken down and eliminated. But the good news is they could be back in the fight. Just got to get to one of those revive posts.
We've got Metalcore still in the mix. Coffee, Dabs, Jacob Gaming, Ace Lawrence, still all full strength, it looks like. As we show you Rolex's position, he's just going to be spectating here for a while. Actually, you know, things don't look so bad. I got worried for him. Yeah, he's back on his feet, isn't he? We're up and running. Thank you, production.
Heck yeah.
And
Rolex back in the
I'm going to
fight.
go for... I was going to say, I'm going to go for a quick refresh. I'll let you take this away. I'll be right back.
No worries at all. Rolex in the process of getting back into the fight, taken down early by Zenox, but his squad had the last laugh. Zenox taken out, and now we tune our attention over to Dab Plays. Dab's been a bit quiet tonight. He's rocking his shotgun, the M1014, dominant on this map as we see a central zone pop up once again here on Aftermath. Both of these past two games have had two of the most central zones I think I've ever seen.
We are back up and running. Thank you for that. Ace Lawrence on your screen. And, you know, the notes I have here for Ace Lawrence, don't let this guy near a shotgun. He's always playing for the shotties to the bodies. And if he gets you inside a building, you're not coming out alive.
That's basically the synopsis. If there's a scouting report on Ace, that is it. Definitely don't let him near the shotgun. Don't let him near an M1014, which it's too late for that. He's got one on his back. And you can see Coffee here on the revive tower, hooking up his teammates and being quite the team player here.
Oh, no, not that. Rip.
Good guy, Coffee. Yeah, that was Ice, who was down earlier. Kofi, who is in that final game. You saw him in the final circle doing massive damage. He's now teaming up with Coffee, so you'll love to see that. And Coffee, I'm just a dummy, and finally got called out by the chat. That was Coffee all along. He just spelled it with a K-O-F-I, and I'm an idiot. Powerbang, let's take our screen over to Matt's in life. What do you think?
I'm just gonna pretend that never happened, Puckett. Never happened. It's Coffee all along.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt's in life. We've got Matt's in like on his team as well. You can see it up in the team there. It's definitely not Matt's in life, that's for sure. But these players, man, they get squirrely with their names sometimes. It can confuse us casters, you know?
Right? I love Matt's outfit, though. Banana Man, ready to do some damage. Dab, well, he's been dealt some damage, needs to get the revive, and It looks like the cover is there as Angels tries to get him to his feet. Lots of damage is being dealt. Lu Power in a little bit of a pop-off situation as he is dipping and dodging in and out of this window, going for shots next to the tree line.
Everybody's in trouble in this one, it seems like. Lu Power, though, I'm really rooting for him. He went out a little bit earlier than he probably wanted to last game. Got caught at the building, and this time he's the one doing a little bit of the firing here, so excited to see it.
I like Lu. Lu is always just engaging. The players with confidence, always the most exciting to watch, not always the most successful. Carlos from Team Bushko was tagged up. As you can see, Diego all by himself in between the two teams.
Yeah, let's pull, boys. Let's go. Come back. Just
and Bushko squad, they have been some of the most
Yeah,
impressive squads when it comes to the rotations. He's the one on the calls, and he says, you know what? We don't need to finish off these. Let's just get into the zone. Let's get into the safety. And they can see a package is going to be dropping in front of them. Can they make it there safely? Player out in the open, and this should be an easy one. Instead, it's Jacob with the AKM getting the drop.
Do they stay away?
Where did Jacob come from there? He just kind of popped up out of nowhere, got the knock on Bushka. And now all of a sudden, Bushka went from a position of let's get the heck out of here to now we're going to have to maybe stay and fight this.
You saw Dab was down earlier. Angel got him to his feet, and Dab shows up in the kill feed twice. So Team Dab's still looking good. Jacob Gaming always behind the cover.
I don't have any more shields. I can't rotate.
And he has just been trying to play Pop the Weasel. He pops up, tries to get some shots, but now he has taken some heavy damage from above behind the tree, and a player was circling around to his left. He spotted it there, calls it out, but he can't really do much here. You are pinned down.
You see what he did there? He was checking to see if that team was still actually just behind the ridge, kind of third person peeking over the top. Went out and kind of baited that he was going to run out in the open, and sure enough, they were definitely there waiting.
15.
And they've got a third team on the scene here, shooting Jacob in the back.
Kilroy trying to keep his teammate up, and you need this help from OK at the top. You can see the rotation is coming in. OK's on a fantastic flank here. If Pax isn't careful, that's going to be two of them shot in the back. Jacob and squad, they're just buying time, and the grenades, that could do some damage to soften them up.
You know, OK seems to be on his own mission. I don't know what he's doing up there, but he doesn't seem to be closing the distance at all. He's doing a pretty neat dance.
Don't go for the res. You're not going to get me.
And his health is dropping, so
Smokey,
clearly engaged.
What's your situation? If there's a revive tower next to you.
And Jacob is basically saying, just stay alive, okay, because we're going to need some revives. Down goes Jacob as Carlos finally gets the pinch. Bushka is really tagged up, but I don't think Kilroy's getting out of this one alive. Shots into Notlet and Carlos, so 3 players weakened by Kilroy.
How in the world is Kilroy still alive with that many players, with that many angles? This man rocking the P90, somehow able to get away. Bushka and squad. Man, if only a grenade landed on that position right now. They are certainly vulnerable at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to try and get into this house.
Yeah, go for the revive right next to me while I heal up. It doesn't always seem to be the best game plan. It doesn't hurt them in the moment, though, as Lu Power, his squad is giggling. The revives are needed. The heals are required. The squad still on their feet, but this has been a long, drawn-out war with the squad at the top of this ridge. As they continue to go for these window pop shots, more damage landings, just 13 at a time.
Well, Lu Power's got 1 kill. I want to see if he can rack up a few more. Would love to see him in that final game for sure.
It's Kilroy. Kilroy, my buddy. Why are we killing everyone on my friends list? What?
Bushka realizing who he's actually fighting. It's one of the beautiful things in PUBG. After a long fight and the name finally pops up in the kill feed and you realize who you were actually doing battle with.
Who was that? More cover being laid down. Blues crew connecting on the headshot. And I mean, if you learn anything from this guy's gameplay, it's how to take minimal damage while dishing it out.
It's an ideal trade of a PUBG Mobile superstar.
Blue is continuing to just poke out. Another 42 is laid down, trying to help out Lugan, who is moving forward.
You can see Zenox on his squad. They're asking for some heals. He's needing to patch himself up a little bit and struggling to do so. But it doesn't look like Lu Power has a whole lot to give at the moment anyways. These guys are sucked into this long, drawn-out fight. And Coffee gets into the kill feed as well with that M416.
I was watching a lot of wrestling here during COVID quarantine. Kofi Kingston, shout out to my man. Coffee is the new Kofi in my mind, though. World champion just waiting to happen. Will Coffee be able to win the game? It's looking good for Kilroy, who's still in the feed. Remember how long ago he was fighting Bushka Squad? He just got another knock.
Well, I gotta say, this is the part where dancing and doing, whatever you're doing, marching to your own drummer comes in handy. Okay, able to make it to that revive tower and get his squad, who was otherwise wiped, back into the fight. Doesn't seem to want to fight much, but he's certainly able to play that support role pretty well.
I love those teammates. They're my favorite. It lets you just be as aggressive as you want to, right? The bad news is you only get one recall, so your chance has been used up. Jacob Gaming Squad has to slow things down as they are looking for another endgame victory, already with a dub in game number 2. This is our third and final drop for our content creators. Coming up next, we've got 4 pro players from PUBG Mobile going toe-to-toe in an elimination race, all in the same squad. Look at the knock here, though.
Wow.
Beautiful
Life
stuff
from
with the DP28.
He took out Zenox there, too. Zenox taking some shots in the back. You wonder if he never got that heal he was requesting, and ultimately, that's not what he was hoping for. He's going to get taken down from range by Matson Life.
This is Dab's crew. Coffee in trouble. 1 versus 2. The dance, he gets taken down on the mantle to the back of the truck. The pickup, not a safe enough position there. Zenox down, and you're going to see that's Lou's squad in trouble as Lou Gen is going to get donked. It's just Lou Power behind the vehicle, last man standing, and Lou knows it. You just got to run, son. Get out of there. Get to a recall tower and try and survive for the next fight.
He's got about 60 seconds, if that, until the recall tower is no longer in play. And he's got to get there pretty quick, and he is under fire. I don't know if he's going to make it. He's got to try to call him in. This is the last-ditch effort. No HP. Can he make it? No, he can't, and they are out of here.
Blue squad cut down. Such a long battle. That one's got to feel good. Kilroy by himself was able to get 2 knocks earlier. Team Bellafox on the sideline for a little bit. Jacob Gaming, though, still very much in this one. And you can see it was OK the Hero who got the recall. You mentioned it earlier. Smoke the Beard, who we saw playing with Bushka, and Kilroy filling out the rest of this lineup.
What's the Pixies?
Farouk doing some contemplating here during this game.
What a team player.
Got a teammate on his back, it looks. Oh, it's not so much on his back, but don't forget the loot, my friend.
I need your loot, though.
Come on.
No more
I love that feature. You can see the recall tower is now closed. No more revives will be possible by any squad. So what you have is what you have on the old squad here. Metalcore, luckily, with all 4 players in business. And Coffee lands just in time here to make the final push to zone. They're going to have 3 players up for the final push.
All right. Good news here for Coffee. Second chance at life.
I mean, it's cool to come.
Bad news. You probably have someone waiting for you on the edge of this. And there he makes the call. He spots him in the left building in the window. Shots going down. 42 damage. Not bad for the initial engagement from the AKM.
How is he still alive?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was going to say, how are you in the circle taking damage, rotating out in the open, and somehow surviving? Well, it didn't last long. We take our screen back over to Matson Life as this crew looks to continue their kill fest as the eliminations are scoring left and right.
I thought he was going to get the other shield out in front, but unfortunately here, too many bullets, too much lead heading their way. Matson Life in trouble. They've got 1 player left. It's going to be up to him.
Oh, no. And it was Kilroy on the other side of this one doing the damage. The Bison cutting him down. Kilroy has been a stud for Team Jacob.
Check it out. They've got the same phalanx up front with the 3 players doing the heavy work, and OK off getting the loot in the background. Still at full health, no big deal.
At this point, I think one of the most impressive parts has just been how much cover they're carrying around the map and deploying. Seems like they're ready to take a fight no matter where they are. They just throw it down and continue the battle from the middle of the field. Meanwhile, Rolex hanging low. is trying to hold the edge here
Don't
as
stop.
we are coming
Till
down to the
bedtime,
wire.
baby.
Bushka's crew, they are also in trouble.
If we're
Already,
nice to them, maybe they'll be nice back to us.
they're weakened. Bushka going for a peace deal. I don't know if they'll accept the olive branch.
We'll have to wait and see how this one. Bushka, though, trying to play it cool, calm, and collected, and maybe even a little bit kind here as they head to the final zone. Man, I would love to see if the other team would just stop firing just because Bushka's like waving the white flag a little bit.
Right? You just drop all of your weapons, put all the ammo on the ground, just leave us alone, mate. Dad getting knocked again. He was revived a little bit earlier. This will be his second time back on his feet. Ark, though, has been a monster of the day. Yeah, Ark right behind him is the one supporting Angels as she goes for the revive. And Ark finished with 7 kills last game. Here he has taken down B. A push, though, from Metalcore. One of our captains trying to get in the mix.
I gotta say, this is a fearless push from Metalcore here. Perhaps is the right one, except for it does not pan out. ATR Angels able to hold the ground solid and get Dab back into the
10th
fight.
place. I think it was like 7th place.
Shout out to my man Metalcore, though. If you're looking for action, he's holding that forward key. Over to our friends going for the revives behind the walls. You can see it's just 3 of them left as Dab getting healed up by Angels and Ark once again. Smokes all over them. They have a squad just to their right. This is a tricky position here for the endgame.
You know, I'm loving the fact that Bushka and his squad are still in this. They've been in the action the entire game. Not advantageous position for sure. And they're still in.
People don't like us. What is wrong with them?
Back into the safety. The play zone at their back. And he's got to be moving across this field while laying down the fire. 73 damage, but he is going to get tagged up. The play zone says no, and Team Bushka goes out in 4th.
Yeah, pretty impressive shots there from Bushka. Just didn't quite get enough on him to get the knock. Dab knocked again. His team's going to have to come pick him up. See if Angels comes to bother with that. Rolex still in the fight as well, and pretty good position here.
Angels deserves an MVP award for revives in a single game. We got Rolex dishing out the damage. That's a super fast knock. As they finish off the first, now able to rotate to the left for a bit of a flank pinch. He's got a teammate to the right. Rolex wants to be the hero here.
Definitely well aware of the numbers. And again, Rolex has already got an MVP under his belt, and it might have been even a bit controversial. So with this performance, I think he's definitely solidified his spot at the end of our show. But I will say, we've got to pick another MVP, so that's still firmly up for grabs right now. I can see a lot of creators having a claim for this one, so we might have to take it to the scoreboards.
Let us know, ladies and gentlemen, who do you want to see represent you in that Game 5? The more they score, the better chance you have of winning big live on stream tonight. Rolex in the engagement. He's going to take down the first.
One up.
Shots in a second in the smoke. Now the spam comes through, and John Doe will fall. Chicken dinner secured. Rolex's squad on top in 2 of our 3 games.
John Doe, who even knows who this man is? Rolex certainly doesn't, but he'll take that participation. Number 1 on the battlefield. Rolex picking up 3 kills in this one. Let's check out our scoreboard here and see what content creators have done what. Dab finishing with 2 kills in 2nd place. Jacob also already having a spot secured in 3rd. Definitely him and Rolex have earned it so far. If we take a look at 4th place now, we've got Bushka with 1 kill. And let's take a look at down the leaderboard as well. Not seeing, we got Coffee. Actually, Coffee's been really impressive.
Yeah.
Coffee's
been
impressive.
I've really liked Coffee so far in this one. If it was up to me, Coffee was playing by himself in a few of those scenarios. MVP caliber play we've seen from him.
I gotta agree. You know, as we read his name and see the 3 kills to his name here, not only did he finish on top of the creators for this round, he was also in some really good gunfights there, taking some 1v2s, had some shimmies going down, and even tried to get into the back of that dump truck there. You saw it was slightly unsuccessful, almost pulled it off though, and I think I gotta give a tip of my cap to Coffee here to go on to our 5th and final game. So there you have it. It's MVP. Coffee Gaming. He is going to be teaming up with Jacob and Rolex for our 5th and final game, but we still have our 4th game to get to, which is our Esports Showdown, where we've got some of your favorite pros coming to slay out, and I'm super excited to see that skill level just jump just a little bit more.
going to be nutty, man. Zenox officially competing. Remember, they're all squatting up but playing as solos. So you're going to see a lot of 1v4 engagements. The rowdiness is just beginning here as we're about halfway through tonight's Into the Aftermath showcase. So much fun already, Powerbang. I don't know how you beat the action we saw through the first 3.
Well, I don't know if we're going to beat it just yet, but I do have a little bit of a fun activity planned. So, Puckett, we're going to say goodbye to you for just a moment and bring in 2 of our special guests. We've got ourselves a Bellafox and a Her Gaming that we are going to bring in to play a new game that I like to call Passcode. Bella and Her, welcome to the show.
Hello, it's good to be here.
I'm super excited. You all have been slaying out so far in this tournament. First to Bella, what's been your favorite moment so far?
Oh man, the part where I got to live the longest was probably my favorite so far.
Excellent.
You
can't ask for much more.
Not really. It's been a rough go today, but I've had an absolute blast. So loving it.
Her Gaming, over to you. Give me your highlight so far this evening.
Honestly, it is surviving. Otherwise, I don't do anything else. So surviving is the best part, I would say.
All right. Well, there you've heard it. The highlights of the evening: survival, living life to the fullest. Speaking of that, we've got a game we're going to play tonight called Passcode. Amelia, you are going to be getting a word, and Bellafox is going to try to guess that code. And all you have to do is say, oh, something related to the word, but not the word itself. You can see some examples on the screen. Amelia, you might say food, and Bella might be trying to guess chicken dinner. You might be saying phrase, might be winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, Amelia, you're going to have some phrases to say. We'll start off with our first one right now, Bellafox. You will be trying to guess these, and I encourage the chat to play along with Bella. Help her out here. The floor is yours, Her Gaming. What's our first word?
All right, so our first one is, think of a 4-leaf clover, and it's not a crate.
Wait, what?
So a 4-leaf, what does a 4-leaf clover represent?
Luck. Oh,
yeah,
a lucky spin.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's correct.
Yep.
Ladies, you're making a heck of a team already. Our first game already in the winners column. All right, let's not stop there. We got word number 2. Her Gaming. What's it gonna be?
All right, so this one's a phrase. It's like when you find something, you find loot, and your teammate needs some. It's a very popular phrase in the game.
Let's see. I need meds.
Nope.
I need.
You're close.
I need a gun. I need no. What?
So, what is loot as a whole?
Loot as a whole. Lots of loot. Wait! No, I'm joking!
Give her something else!
I'm joking!
I'm joking! I'm all out of blank. Hang on, give me a second.
All right.
All right.
10-second warning.
10-second warning. That's not enough.
Loot as a whole.
Alright. Loot as a whole. It's a saying in the game. Something about...
Oh my gosh!
You're so
Chat,
close.
do you guys have any clue? I'm completely lost here.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
I'm trying to go over all the things. Like, I need meds, I need loot, I need ammo, I need...
No, it's not specific. Not specific.
Oh. But
it's loot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so close.
I've got meds?
Nope, that's not specific.
I want to cut this off, but I so badly want her to win.
It kind of, what's the word? It rhymes with reply.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
I was gonna let it go a little bit long. We're moving on from this one. Bellafox, it was I've got supplies. That is the word. All right, we've got time for a few more here. And while you're going in, make sure, chat, if you're trying to get into our 4th game with some esports pros, you want to see some real gun skill, hop on in. The room code and ID is on your screen right now. Do that while Amelia hit her with the next word or hint.
Okay, I feel like this should hit close to home, Bella. It is the
Sniping.
most OP gun sniper in the game.
I think I've got this one.
Would it be the
AWM?
This one?
Would it be the AWM, baby?
It is the AWM, yes.
Hey, we got one.
Congrats. We're 2 for 3 right now. Let's see if we can make that 3 for 4. What's the next phrase?
All right. This one's another phrase.
What do you do when you see a bad guy in front of you and you have to tell your teammates what's the saying? What's the saying when you mark a teammate?
An enemy.
Or yeah,
An enemy.
what's the
No, wait, you
saying?
don't mark a teammate.
Not
Oh,
a teammate.
enemy.
I messed up.
What? Oh, wait.
What's the
Is
saying
teammate the
when
word?
you mark somebody?
Enemy.
When you
What
see
does
a
it
bad
say?
guy.
I'm trying to think of what it actually says. Enemy ahead? Enemy there?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. I'm like, come on.
I
That's
think
so...
we'll count it.
Oh God, this is messed up.
This is way harder
We will count
than
it.
it looks.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I think we have nailed it. We got 3 for 4. Pretty pleased with how that went down. Amelia, do you have any more, or are you all out of ammo over there?
I do have more, however, I don't know.
Let's
if
go.
you'll
Let's
get-
go one more. We'll go one
All right.
more as this room fills up.
All right.
Hit her with the 5th and final passcode.
All right. This one is one of the most exclusive, rare, mythic outfits in the game. It requires stars to upgrade.
Would this be
And,
an X suit?
You get. This is an X suit. Yes.
There we go.
have
There we go.
Success.
We did it.
Bellafox, congratulations. You came in so clutch on those. You know, struggled a little bit, but, you know, it's so hard when you're on the spot. Give me a little bit of a reaction there. Was that harder than you anticipated?
Oh, it's way harder than I anticipated. When I watched Panda the first time, I'm thinking like, you know, I felt like I knew the answers, and I was like, man, that must be way. I understand, and I sympathize with him now. On the spot is tough.
You're sitting there like, wait, did he say the car with 4 wheels? Is that what he said? I'm pretty sure. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us again. Amazing job in our action tonight, and hopefully see we out on the battlegrounds a little bit further. Again, this has been Her Gaming, Bellafox Gaming. You can find them on YouTube and Facebook respectively. Go drop them a follow. Again, ladies, thank you for joining us, and we will be bringing back in Puckett to proceed with tonight's show.
Awesome stuff there. I love the mini games from blurred lines to now you gotta guess what I'm thinking. I gotta say, Her Gaming crushed it with the first one. They slowed down a little bit, but a strong finish in. It's just fun to see our content creators doing a little bit of fun outside of the game in addition to what they showed off in our first 3 drops.
Amazingly enough, they have personalities as well, in addition to some amazing gun skills. Speaking of our next game, we've got game number 4 coming up next. We're going to be taking a little bit of a dabble outside of the Aftermath map and looking over at Erangel, where some of our pros are perhaps a little bit more familiar with those maps. We've got some new features as well on the map. Puckett, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I think this is where you're going to see the web shooters we talked about at the start of the show. You're going to see some Spider-Man, potentially fighting some bosses maybe in the background. Spider-Man No Way Home and PUBG Mobile coming together, and this is the mode that you are probably familiar with if you've been playing ranked. On Erangel, you're going to see a little bit of Spidey crates around the map. I know at least 25 spots. I think there's up to 50 or more somewhere on the map. So if you see those in the corners, get it. Otherwise, everyone is going to be dropping a Mill to Power. You're going to try and get those 3 Spidey crates. And once you get that, that unlocks all the movement. Now, here in the pro game, though, we're doing everyone squatted up, but it's an elimination race. So if it's me, I'm looking at, does everyone go off on their own right away, or who is going to try and just follow someone and go for the kill steals? Because that would be my move. Let them take the risk and just try and perch and maybe pick off a player or 2 at distance. Give myself that edge going into the late game power.
That's a tough one for sure, man. I'm not sure what the strategy is. I'm sure these guys, with all of their significant experience on the battlegrounds, probably know better than I do. Got my eyes on Zenox, though, here to rack up the kills. You can see him already getting warm on the battlefield early on here. Looking to bring the A game here. Have an opportunity for Chiffon and Carnage and HH24 to show out as well. All 4 of our pros will be on the same team, and as Puckett mentioned, will we see them stay together and just try to thwart off the incoming swarm of stream snipers? Or will they split up and try to one-up each other and get to the top of that kill leaderboard and secure their spot in the 5th and final game for all the prizes and all the glory? Have to wait and see.
Esports Pros. Here we go.
We are looking at a quite literal traffic jam. Vurex.
Gotta beat HH24 first. Gonna go from the other side.
Looks like AL was actually able to pick up a double knock with that nade there as HH24 is continuing to pick up the kills.
Carnage.
Carnage gonna spring the trap, challenge all of them with the drop shot, get 2. No longer in play. Carnage though looking to make that redemption here, looking to take out the squad of Ghost Gaming. Throwing grenade after grenade.
Zenox. And Zenox was able to get a quick frag onto his hands. Beowulf tried to exit away. Oh man, Rebellion kill should be confirmed in no time, and yes it is. Zenox finally moving up close.
Shifan. XQ taking the opportunity to try and push on up. We do get a knock over to Loops, but...
Oh, win this one. 1v1 around them off. Pull up with the but
maybe they're expecting a full party here, but instead it's just one man who's fighting up the whole of the sixes right now. Carnage.
Awesome stuff. I am so excited for these pro players going toe-to-toe. This is where you showcase all of your gun skill. You're going to be taking on the entire lobby as a one-man wrecking crew. Zenox, Carnage, Shifan, HH24. HH24, he tells us he's a support player, so he's my dark horse in this one. Out of the other 3, are you going with an OG? Are you going with someone with recent success like Nova's Shifan? Who do you think is the favorite here, Powerbank?
Shifan is definitely an all-arounder for sure. Definitely a guy that's experienced on the big stage. Lots of experience with Nova Esports. And if you take a look at Carnage, he's one of the OGs as well, dating all the way back to 2018 and some of the early lands that PUBG Mobile had. He spent some time with many different esports programs, most recently with 19 Esports. You got to keep your eyes on Carnage for sure. But if I had to pick one, got to be Zenox, because he's been the most recently battle-tested at the highest levels, making an appearance with the Pittsburgh Knights at PMGC, and ultimately battling for MVP all the way through the PMPL. And he was really, really impressive to watch. So again, with the warm-up that he got tonight, as well as the string of performances he's put on recently at esports competitions, I gotta go with Zenox as the favorite here. But again, it's really anybody's game, and who knows in a lobby full of pubs, you know? You just don't know.
Yeah, we want to remind everybody, this is a free game. You can download it right now if you don't have it on your mobile. We also have our content creation pack available for everyone who is tuning in tonight. One lucky winner is getting hooked up. The mic, the headset, the camera, the laptop, the iPad, the ring light, everything you need to go pro and up your content game. We can hook you up. All you got to do, head on over to amg.game/aftermath for your chance to enter an epic sweepstakes, and it's all part of our PUBG Mobile Enter the Aftermath celebration event tonight. This is game number 4 of our 5 drops. In that 5th game, well, it's all about your MVP. So let us know, who do you want to represent the community for your chance to win some UC later in the evening? We still got an opportunity to name one more MVP, joining the likes of Coffee, Jacob, and of course our man that did it first, Rolex, who is going to be featured in that 5th and final game.
Man, I just got to express again how jealous I am of whoever wins that supply drop with all of those content creation tools. Really impressive stuff. And as a content creator myself, has been doing this for years and years and years. Man, I wish I would have had that when I started out. You guys can download PUBG Mobile for free and say, thanks for supporting the creator community, obviously. But join the Battlegrounds, man. It's super fun, and you never know when you're going to come across some esports pros that are ready to tear you apart. So we're going to see that in this next game for sure. Fuck it, I'm excited, man. Aaron Gell, this is one that's a little bit more standard, if you will. The
Yes.
roots of PUBG and PUBG Mobile. We've got the classic map. What are you looking forward to most?
Well, I mean, your free scope is gone, right? So this isn't going to be as easy to shoot as what you just played. So now you're going to see the pro players dialed in. I'm looking forward to seeing the recoil control, but most importantly, who scores early versus who plays for the late game? Do you help each other or do you sabotage? What's the game plan? Remember, all of these players fighting for a chance to represent you in this final drop. And we're going to be starting things off with the Pittsburgh Knights' own Zenox. You mentioned it. He's been lighting things up. What do you like about this guy's gameplay? Is it his positioning? Is it the gunny? What about Zenox pops off when you watch him?
You know, for me, it's got to be his confidence. He's not afraid to take any fight, and he does so really, really intelligently. So definitely love his style. He's definitely down there in your bottom left, ready to pop off here. And I got to say, not trying to tamper with any teams in their rosters, but maybe this is the next dream team that we're seeing, and this is their first ever moment of glory together. You just never know, as we got Carnage, Shifan, and HH24 here teaming up with Zenox here as they're diving into the Battlegrounds.
to see it. And over to the edge of Z. He was spotting 2 different squads dropping out of the plane. Is it going to be HH24? It looks like the first one out will be the first onto the ground. And I'm really excited, chat. Let us know. Let's get our predictions in right now. Who do you think is going to drop most kills? Remember, this is one and done. We're back on Erangel. It's going to be playing a little bit slower than what we just saw. So strap in, prepare for a long game. And when you're looking for the early loot, I think this is what we're looking to see. Who gets the advantage right off the break? Zenox, I don't think he's going to see anybody right away. His teammates, though, on the other side, could already be in a bit of a mix.
Well, they tried to split drop here, thinking farm was going to be a pretty safe spot to land, and, well, it just might be after all, because it looks like another squad's doing the exact same thing. Maybe not quite at full strength here, but it looks like a couple of early ones have fallen victim to this pro squad. And I will say, for those of you guys wondering in the chat, we are operating on a little bit of a delay here to give these guys a fighting chance so we don't have an entire lobby full of people swarming. Although, if they do stand in one place too awful long, this farm might become a little hotter than it normally is.
All right, so far we've got 2 kills for the team. And we will be trying to keep track of who is scoring the most. Looks like HH24 was in the mix. Zenox was able to get a final blow as well as Caveman is going to be dropped.
Love how they pushed together there to make sure no one was knocked and finished there as a last-ditch effort. Because you know some fan is trying to troll. You know, if they get one knock, they're going for that instant thirst. You know they're trying to.
Oh, yeah. I would be doing it. Absolutely. If I got into this game, I'm playing Saboteur. I love all the different outfits as well. The horns on display here for Chiffon. And honestly, the devil scares you anytime that man is in the same room as you. HH24, what is the game plan from a support player to now a main slayer? What transitions can you make in your gameplay? And when do you break away from the rest of the pack? It seems like all of our pros playing safe together early. I expected divide and conquer right off the drop. Instead, it seems like they're going for a plan where they group up early on to dish out the maximum damage, and then maybe we'll split up for the late game.
It's tough, right? Because with production, we're riding along with these guys, and we could put the focus on any one of them at any moment in time. If they play together, they stand a chance to survive and make it deep into the game. And really, at that point, you know, whoever the best man is going to win, I suppose. Zenox here, shots from range. And he might get caught out here, expecting a little bit of a 1v1. He finds more than he can chew with 2 players firing back at him. And, yeah, I think they're going to have to team up. But they've been hanging out in this same spot now for quite some time. And you may start to see some players start to inch their way over this direction.
I see Pablo from the community showing up multiple times in the kill feed so far. Reminder, you can be joining all of our players throughout this tournament. We'll be posting up the rooms every single game. We have one more drop coming in after this on Erangel.
It's been an exciting one so far with early action at farm. I actually thought this was going to be kind of a safe drop, loot up, and then roll out, and they have been a little bit stuck. So we can pop into player comms here and, you know, hear how their strategy is actually developing as the match goes on. Or we can hear their ceiling fans. Either way.
I was going to say, I've been kind of looking through the bottom of our screen. Heads up, and shout out to everyone on the production side putting that together for you at home. But no one's chatting, right? It seems pretty chill.
Yeah, definitely. These guys they're known for their, you know, their strategy, their concentration. They all know what they need to do. It's pretty straightforward. We got the early game, we got the loot up phase going on here. That's about to wrap up, and as the circles start to close and they start to rotate, that's where the comms are going to get a little bit interesting as they figure out, wait, where are we going next?
3 nades.
Just got a little scoreboard update. Lead Pablo leading everyone else in the lobby with 2 eliminations early on. The whole squad is together, though. Comms are up and running, so I'm going to lay out. Let's listen in with our players.
What makes this even more awkward is the fact that the car is silent as well because it's a Tesla. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out just really quickly as we sit here quietly.
I appreciate you. I was sipping my water. I was like, thanks, players. Silence.
All you hear is Puckett over there having a little sip of water. No big deal.
So listen, you got to stay hydrated, kids. Get some stretches in. All All right, HH back in the driver's seat. They get out for a moment and then back on the move. And honestly, I don't know how many players are going to spot out in the fields. They're going to just be rotating from city to city, trying to find whoever is looting up. And now you can start to split as the buggy is going to be scooped. Chifon's still running with Carnage here in the car. HH24 at the wheel.
Yeah, Chad on my right, Carnage, best driver NA. Jokes often fly around Carnage's driving skills, but he is in the pilot seat here once again, taking his team from compound to compound. Pro players will, like more often than the regular mortals like us, you know, they'll get a lot of vehicles and have quite the caravan going here as they come across them as this game goes on.
Anyone need a grip? I have a hat.
And a helmet.
Oh, look at these good guys. You need a grip, you need a helmet. I got you.
I need a scope.
Community sticking together. You love to see it early on here, Power. Zenox, though, just like we saw in the previous 3 games, not afraid to engage. Maybe the first one into a fight. He's off on his own.
No, it was HH.
Yes, he is. He's taking up that scouting position. He's going to go out in front and try to secure the next compound, that next position in the zone. Play a little bit passively here and just gain some intel for his squad.
Just change your
See if he comes across anyone.
You have any helmet, but you didn't call it out. I'm guessing the car.
Roaming around as the squad is on the move.
There's literally no lead in there. I literally...
Xenox is here first, calls it out.
Let's go to the left side compound and loot.
Free loots for days.
Yes.
The lobby is falling apart, though. In the background here, I'm seeing players dropping left and right power banks. So our pros that need to get into the mix, we'll definitely see that as these circles close in. But a little slower start than I was expecting from our God Squad.
I have no doubt that the trouble will find them before too long. The map is going to run out of options to hide, and as this squad continues to exist here, there's going to be a lot more attention paid their way as they do have a lot of eyeballs on them at this point. We've got Ruiz taking on Carlos here.
You guys want to go...
Good luck, Ruiz. Carlos was a monster in that last game.
Keep looting, or do you want to just stay here?
And Ruiz is able to get the nice drop. 1v3, though. It's a matter of time. The legend from behind the rock. Do it! Not this time.
That's all the way on the south side.
Back to our pros. We got Zenox hopping in the buggy. Are they going to go for this airdrop? Will they try to grab some loot? Or are they going to steer clear of the obvious hotspots this early on? I'm sure they're going for the victory here.
I was going to say, nobody wants to lose to the community on a showcase matchup when you're stacking your squad.
Let's go to yellow ping.
Don't put any pressure on them,
much
Puckett.
more than we expected, and they are playing safe.
Ooh, Zenox trying to get clever here. Misses the jump. Let's see if he goes back for it. Nope.
Nope. I did the same thing. And we missed it. Let's keep moving. Another team fight going in here as Jerky holds his ground.
Nope.
Seemed to be waiting for him there, didn't he?
Cranking up those headphones, listening in. Reminder, you could win your own headphones as well as a laptop, iPad, ring light, and more.
There's a level 2 helmet.
Remind you how over on AMG's site. Awesome sweepstakes that's been going on for a while now. I'm sure you've seen it on social media. We'll keep plugging it throughout tonight's show as PUBG Mobile hooking up the community in a huge way tonight, not just with UC.
That's right. Some of the best content creation tools out there. You got devices, adapters, cameras, microphones, lights, laptops. Sheesh. That's all I got to say for that. Pretty impressive. You guys can find that over at amg.game/aftermath.
People fighting there.
Boom. Nailed it.
You want a third party?
Zenox still scouting, and now you can see it. There is shots coming down. Poor little Carlos in the back. Meanwhile, there is Kane, T-Mags, and more pushing down from the top of the hill. They've got wheels and more. And we'll try and cut over to his teammates here as Zenox is going to be the scout. The damage is coming in from HH24, but he's going to get tagged up.
Oh, no.
So HH is on the ground, as is Chifon. This is not going well for our pros at all.
Carnage trying to hold the line here. Zenox making his way up. Zenox has got to play the role of hero here.
Blow up the car, blow up the car.
He's throwing down some
Blow up the
fire, and
car.
Zenox gonna try to blow up the car. He does. He is keeping his squad in the fight right now. 3 of them knocked.
What a legendary play right there. 2 opponents on the other side of the vehicle. Gets the cleanup kill as well as the knocking down as his teammates now back onto their feet. That was a little sketchy, but they're coming out on top of this with a dub.
It was. This is the difference between a pro team and the general public, right? Where a pro team knows, hey, if we got 3 knocks, yeah, we're crashing that. For sure, leaving the compound, gonna go get that finish, but you know, the folks down to that compound know, hey, these guys are really, really good, and our 2 boys just got wiped. Maybe we stay put. So they're going to get another squad back in the fight. Yeah, exactly.
I want to keep playing a little bit longer. Let's leave them alone. That was so impressive, though, for Zenox to be able to clutch up and keep us all entertained. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
You see them?
Eternal and Carlos staying alive. But for how long?
Well, I got to say, that puts Zenox, for me, squarely in the driver's seat as far as MVP contention at this point for this squad.
Well, I mean, the team's got 5 kills, and he was a big part of that first engagement. There you see the second engagement, as he is the team leader at the moment when it comes to those elims.
Man, he was just in time, too.
It's probably behind this.
Was out scouting and tried to make his way back to the squad, and man, he got there literally without any seconds to spare, because had any more time gone by, T-Max gets a reload off, and that is curtains for old Carnage and the crew.
So Carnage is going to dip out of the buggy, leaving Zenox alone. They made the call, though, after spotting Eternal on that rooftop. Now it's just about getting the team shot, the angle dialed in. Opponents, though, on the flank. As the buggies... They get the call. They're going to Pachinki, though, it looks like. Our pros not too worried about it.
Get in real quick.
Definitely tracking here. You see Chiffon looking off into the distance. They definitely are aware the squad's going by. And that, man, these guys are so good at just identifying where the team is at, communicating it, getting shots downrange if needed, but also holding shots and not wasting ammo if they know they're not going to be securing a kill.
Right, you're already in a little bit of a sketchy position after your big engagement at the top of the hill. No reason to now pit yourself between 2 teams. As they roll up on the weakened force, it's going to be a 2-on-4 situation. Carlos laying down in the back. Eternal is going to get pegged up first potentially here.
They know it. They wiped 2, and that was enough to know that, hey, this team down below is severely shorthanded. They've located 1. Now they've got that intel. Carlos knocked on the ridge. It's a 4v1 situation here.
Yeah, Eternal had some really nice shots on Zenox at the start of this fight, but now they just get overrun. HH24 from the sky is going to finish off the last one.
We might have a bit of a neck-and-neck race now for MVP. Zenox getting knocked. You know, he's fallen from grace a little bit here. Or maybe that was Carnage getting knocked. But HH24 hopping on the roof, getting the knock on the guy on the ridge, getting the finish, jumping off, and getting the Uzi clap on somebody in close quarters. Impressive stuff from our support player, who has shown he's able to frag out as well.
And that's what he told us during the interview, right? I asked him, what is your ideal loadout? He said, give me the Uzi, we're good. Well, shows you why he loves that weapon.
Some fun.
Yeah.
Fun he's having.
Carnage about to load up with HH. And our pros will keep scoring as we've got 20 seconds left before this next rotation. Onyx at range, trying to get eyes on our pros, and Onyx has been in the kill feed multiple times already. You saw him making some guest appearances in the community games, and we talked a little bit about these web slingers. You can shoot all over the map once one of those up like Onyx just showed you.
Well, that's one risk you run. If you shoot at the king and miss, ooh, you better watch out. These guys have got blood in the water, and they are on the push. Onyx is on the run.
He's got a squad with him, so it won't be an easy fight for our pros by any means. HH going for the long right flank. Zenox, the initial scout, continues to push forward.
This is what I like about Zenox, is that confidence. He knows how to play his angles, knows where to anchor his position. Certainly not afraid of any engagement. He is definitely looking for some action right now, trying to claw at that appearance in game number 5. Play with our other MVPs. Look at those web slingers.
Yeah, Yeah, I love it. And Onyx honestly can get a really dangerous high ground position using that. Just jump up on top of the roof. You're in a spot they don't expect you through normal gameplay. Damage dealt. HH24 though, going for some high ground of his own, as he's got the long flank now locked in.
The interesting thing here is that they thought they were going to be on the flank here, but Onyx has already retreated all the way from the front position to the rear, and he is on the flank now, and it pays off. He gets the knock on HH24. Squad has been alerted to the presence, and they're going to have to readjust.
Those are those web shooters, right? You don't need a vehicle to get into that position if you're Onyx. And he just gets up and gets there quickly.
Here comes the grenade. Little short.
Heals are coming in, and HH is going to get away with his life. Somehow gets over to that ridge alive.
Shots coming in from multiple angles now. Carnage stands up, gets a knock. Now the pressure's on the other team. The momentum has flipped once again. Our pro team here is taking their licks, but they're showing the ability to stay in the fight.
Yeah, they take damage, but they don't go down completely, right? Always in position to revive each other, to provide that support, to get the smoke off. HH finally gets his heels in. Unfortunately for them, the lobby is not pinching in on him, Powerbang. Go ahead.
They just are about to. That's what I was just about to comment on. A team has backfilled their position at that compound, and they may have some company sneaking up behind them here shortly. They have been in this position for quite some time now.
Onyx from the high ground trying to rain down fire. He's got Chiffon at half health. But Zenox was able to push up right underneath him. Does Onyx have support, or will Zenox try and make the hero play on his own?
Still right above me. I'm gonna go inside, I'm going inside.
Zenox is making the call, he's going for it.
No, he's on the other side, towards me. You guys can...
It's like
so sneaky.
HH24 is calling out the exact position of the other player.
Got to be a little bit of bait to set up the success. The bait was there. Onyx doesn't hear it and should be punished. Meanwhile, we've got a little bit of a healing situation for Chiffon.
Oh,
no! Onyx holds his ground. Xenox is down and out.
Onyx down as well. Gets knocked from the back. Third party and out of here. So a little third party help here for Team 1, but they lose their scout and their aggressive fragger, and now Chiffon in trouble.
Yeah.
He's got to get out of there. That buggy's going to blow up.
Heals are in, but not in time. Chiffon getting tagged, and he gets dropped. So what does that put it on? Carnage? Last man? Last hope?
Carnage is the last man.
Oh my god.
And he is down. Oh no, Carnage down. We're going to have to ride along with some of our other spectators here as our pro squad eliminated. Tough going here as the lobby begins to collapse on them, and they get hit from all kinds of different angles. I got to give a shout out though to Onyx. Incredible stuff from Onyx as he put on a show there. It was like right up on the front, put out the pressure, and then retreated to get that angle. And it was really that retreat that put out the amazing performance there from Onyx and his squad.
Man, this was a lot of fun, especially to be able to tune in with the community here at the end. Diego's crew, I believe Carlos was on this squad that got dropped earlier in the game. So for the rest of the team to stay alive and to now be able to finish on that flank on Carnage, very impressive stuff. It's interesting to see our pros get knocked out early, and I honestly thought they would divide and conquer. Our community is too strong, Powerbag. They cut this game early. They are going to end it and send us to a Game 5 because now this means the community has a chance to win big. First, before we get to that, though, we got to talk MVP. And you mentioned at the top, is it HH? Is it Zenox? For me personally, I got to give it to Zenox just for the aggression bonus. He was the one leading the charges. He wasn't afraid. Even despite losing that final fight against Onyx, the man was making moves.
That's a tough one for me as well. I think it's certainly between those two, between Zenox and HH24. I got to say, though, it all started, the fall was HH getting knocked on the flank, where the whole point of taking that position was to secure the flank and make sure that that team was kind of locked in that position in front of him. HH lost the flank, got knocked by Onyx, no fault of his in the gunfight there. He had no time to react, but ultimately, I got to give the nod to Zenox there to take the mantle and take that MVP for our game number 5. So congratulations to Zenox. He will be joining our other MVPs in game number 5, and I am super excited to see what's going to happen in our next game because, oh boy, if we get some kills there, I'm thinking some big money giveaways here to the audience. So again, congrats, Zenox.
That means Zenox is officially joining our all Aftermath lineup here tonight as we picked our MVPs from drops 1 through 3. We've got Rolex, we've got Jacob Gaming, Coffee, and Zenox representing the community coming up next. This is going to be so fun. And before we get into this next game, we got to talk to a former pro player now pumping out some awesome commentary. First, let's take a look at the man who goes by the name of ZooTay.
When the game initially launched, I downloaded it the day of, and I just started playing ever since. And most memorable moment is definitely being able to meet the people I met online in person when you get to travel and meet these people, you know, all across the world, and you get to talk to them in person. When it launched on mobile, I was like, no way they could get the actual entirety of PUBG into the mobile form. So initially when I downloaded the game and started playing it, I was just playing for fun. I had no idea it would lead to, you know, where I'm at now. PUBG Mobile, you know, changed everything. I mean, my fan base is one of the most precious things to me right now, and like my fans are so supportive, and I'm able to, you know, connect with them, talk to them, stream and everything. So my transition into the caster role from pro player was quite a long one. I played pro for like 3 years, and over the time of those 3 years, you know, a lot of people within the casting scene was like telling me like, yo, ZooTay, you would be like a perfect fit for casting, you should try out casting. And then that opportunity came very recently, just last year, and I went ahead, I took it, and I gotta say, like, I definitely do not regret it. When I, you know, retired from pro play, I had more time to focus on my streaming, more time to focus on, you know, learning how to make videos. It was a different grind for sure, not one that I was used to. For this year, one of my big goals is actually to get back into the competitive side of things, but as a coach, being able to impart my knowledge and understanding of the game, which was my strong suit when I was a player, onto other teams, onto other people, and then seeing them succeed and do well would be a really great, you know, joy for me to see. There's a lot of things that I did not understand about content creation, a lot of things that got me, you know, anxious, you know, creating videos, do things that you might not necessarily feel comfortable doing to make those dreams come true.
Yeah, we have ZooTay joining us live. ZooTay, first off, big shout out to you. Yesterday, we hung out on Discord and we talked PUBG for like an hour, hour and a half. You told me during that call, Rolex was going to be the guy to watch. He was our first player locked in. We locked in Jacob, we locked in Coffee. Any surprises from our list of MVPs that came out to represent the community here in our next one?
I mean, I got to give a shout out to Coffee. He's a really good player, but of course, Rolex and Jacob, they grind the game hard, and like Rolex was a previous comp player, so no big surprise he took the first game. But Coffee, I gotta shout out Coffee, man, good job.
Love that.
Loving the yellow hat there, ZooTay. That thing really pops on camera. That reel that we just watched was really cool. Speaking of which, man, a lot of those events back on Memory Road. Really big fan of what you're doing now on the casting scene, and excited to talk to us a little bit about your coaching aspirations. What do you plan on doing with that?
Well, I mean, coaching, so it's the competitive itch. Powerbang used to play comp. You know how that itch almost like never dies out. So as far as coaching goes, I just feel like I still got something left to prove. And like I said in the video, I want to impart that knowledge onto other players and maybe take another team to like the global stage and hopefully get like a top 5 finish at the very least.
What I love about PUBG Mobile is it is so global. So do you have a preference for the team that you would be coaching? Do you want a North American squad that you can bring to the top? Is it a team from Asia that you're looking at? Who or what region would you like to focus on first?
Well, I'll be very transparent. It's got to be the India scene, simply because the passion that the players have for the game along with the fans, it is nothing like I've ever seen in any esports. The fans are so diehard in both really good ways and bad ways. Like if a team does bad, the fans will be really butthurt and call them out. But honestly, I think that pressure, that vibe, that environment is something I would love to thrive in.
That's amazing. I got one final question for you, ZooTay. We just saw our last game with our esports pros going up against the entire lobby. And I will say it probably ended a little earlier than many of us thought it might. But going up against a whole lobby that's kind of gunning for you, that's certainly challenging, right? Now, as we kind of move into a similar format with all MVPs, right? 3 MVPs. We've got Zenox joining them here from our pro squad. What is your prediction for what goes down in game number 5? Do you think they'll be able to get to that chicken dinner?
I think they can. I almost feel like they have a better chance than you putting 4 pro players on a squad together. Because I just gotta say, when you have 4 pros together and they're put in a lobby with no other pro teams, they might play a little bit too overconfident, which is kind of what I saw. I mean, you saw them take every fight possible, and eventually it like bit them in the butt. But on a team with some other content creators plus Zenox, I think they'll take the game a little bit more seriously, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they got the chicken.
I like
amazing
that call.
stuff.
ZooTay,
I'm hoping
awesome
they get the
having
chicken
you on the show. I'm hoping for it as well. I wanted to give you a shout out as well to your channel. First off, I love the VOD reviews. For anyone who's trying to get better, if you want to watch from a pro's perspective, you break things down incredible. For anyone who is brand new, though, and might be joining up with the new Aftermath event that's going on right now, what is your first tip that you would give people on night 1 of playing?
Ooh, just have fun with it. I mean, when I started the game, I just enjoyed the game, had fun with it, and then that just took me to like endless opportunities. So it all starts with having fun. I mean, it's a video game after all. Make sure you just take your time with it, play with some friends, and the rest will all follow.
That's fantastic. I like that advice a lot. ZooTay, thank you so much for joining the show. We'll let you go party, my friend.
All right, thank you guys. Great talking to you.
See you, Zoo.
So good to be
All right,
on this show with you, Power Bang. I'm pumped to be here to close things out as well. ZooTay kind of mentioned it. Rolex, Jacob, no surprise to see there. Coffee is coming up next. And of course, we just put Zenox on our Aftermath Super Stack squad. Before we get to that, though, you got to hook up the people, right?
Absolutely. I think we got another giveaway coming strong. Again, every guest we have on seems to have some codes coming along with, and we got some UC giveaway codes again to redeem those, y'all. Just go to PUBGMOBILE.com/redeem, and you'll be able to enter one of those codes on screen right there for some UC delivered straight to your in-game mailbox. Get you your choice of, well, anything they have in the shop. You can use it however you want. Get yourself some unknown cash. And again, don't forget to stick around till the end of our show where we're going to have, well, quite a bit to give away, provided that our teams go out and get some stuff done here.
And we should remind everybody how the format is going to work coming up here, everybody. We just did the giveaway, but this is your chance to earn big. This is our 5th and final game. We've highlighted 4 MVPs. They're playing for you. So cheer them on every step of the way. If you get 1 kill, we're doing our first UC drop of 5 codes. If we get to 5 eliminations, even more UC codes are getting dropped. Every 5 elimination increment, we're unlocking all the way up to 25 with the hopes of a chicken dinner. PUBG Mobile, getting behind the people, hooking them up with some serious gear. And honestly, I love that we're building a super team tonight live on the broadcast. Here they are, ready to go. Rolex, Jacob Gaming, Coffee, and Zenox with their drop. Where do you think they're headed?
I think they're headed down. That's the best guess that I have. They're going to probably head to land somewhere. I'm thinking maybe Rozhok. That's kind of my guess. Maybe Central, maybe North Severny here. Hard to say. I'd love to see him go Georgia pull crates, but I think that might be a little risque here for this group. But again, Rolex, Jacob, Coffee, Zenox, quite the squad. I'm actually really excited to see this one play out.
Yeah, Rozhok it might be. Coffee chatting with the team, figuring out where they're going to go, and he will be on our screen first. Shout out to everyone joining. Remember, throughout the night, we had our room codes open. This was our last room, so don't worry. You can now just sit back, relax, and watch our stars go to work.
How many eliminations we got to get?
I believe it's 25. I'm not sure though.
25.
25 for like.
They're like, wow, that's a lot of kills. Looks like
Yes,
they're
well,
headed to
that's
Yes9 and
not
Pollyanna
good.
here. Maybe for a
think we have,
long
like,
drop,
1%
going for the
with this
vehicles
one.
by the bridge. But
not
they
that
are
far.
playing it safe out in the middle of basically nowhere.
Towards it.
But there should be some cars nearby that they can make their way to a more populated city with some loot.
And
I'll jump on parachute from this far away.
You can always see some early knocks with those vehicles as
see
well. If
nobody here
anyone
with
wants
us.
to get a little feisty and come at our pros, or they're in trouble.
Across street?
As we switch our screen over to Jacob, he's the first one to the whip behind the
Just gotta
wheel,
wait, 'cause they-
ready to scoop up coffee and
Everyone
go.
knows where we're going now, so we're ready.
Yeah.
Rolex just nailed it. He says, everybody knows where we're going now. And you're
look at that. We got
absolutely right, my
zone.
friend.
That's awesome.
Check that out, dude.
We put a little delay for our players, but I'm not sure it's always going to help them out. They have to stay on the move throughout this game. And you can see already, the first one into the loot world is going to be Rolex. The rest of the squad together, as they're going to be scouting first and then grabbing their gear to go.
Nice.
Looks like they were...
Fire here in our opening minute or two. High ground has been secured. Knox just scouting off into the distance. See any movement. Eternal, always behind walls. This young man is.
I think I'm gonna get myself.
Eternal trying to edge his way in against our opposing squad. There's a team in the building, two teams to his left, as the fighting is going on all around the rest of the map.
Shop is down.
Our star-studded squad not in the mix, and they need to get there if they want to start scoring some UC for our community. Remember, it's 1 kill earns our first UC drop. 5 kills will do the second, up to 10 eliminations for our third, and we will do that 5 times all the way to 25 eliminations.
You guys are good at that.
Pretty incredible the amount of people that were in North Georgia Pool right there. There's 5 squads kind of nearby each other, all kind of duking it out. You guys got the wrong memo.
Here we go. I'm good to go.
Eternal, who we were watching earlier, coming out on top of his fight, it looks like.
Could use that 4 times if you still have it.
Have a scar on me. You guys want that? Oh.
I'm good to go.
It's like the squad's got their weapons power.
Yeah, they do. Love the first-person perspective, especially inside.
You guys
It
wanna
always,
drive? You guys can.
always throws me for a bit of a loop here. We got Zenox and the rest of the squad. I mean, look at that. They were dead center. It's like the zone knows exactly where they're at. It's like, you know what? Everybody's going to come to you.
Yeah, we're going to bless you with a safe place to drop. Get all the loot you possibly need. set you up for success. What you do from here, that's on you.
Oh, he's got one, you said? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So where are we going?
We just gotta keep moving. They're gonna hunt us. We'll just keep going around.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Love
Rolex
listening got on the strap
strategy.
down.
Yeah.
Right?
Just in 4 minutes.
Yeah, we should probably have a rule of like not hanging out in one location for like 2 minutes or more.
Yeah,
Just so we can keep going.
Rolex setting down the foundation.
We
You
got
got
another buggy
120
right here.
seconds,
Wanna use
lobby. That's all the time they're going to give you. Otherwise, they're moving forward. Eternal, we were checking them out earlier. Back on your screen, wiggling in and out of these
I'll
buildings
get the buggy. You can drive
as
the
he was
car.
being hunted by two.
You got Satoshi himself on the screen. They found him. And now we've got Rolex and the crew rolling out.
Just want to go check out.
Not going to call out that they're nearby shelter, but they might be.
Yeah, we could. That's fine.
Maybe.
Everyone's gonna be Pachinki's side.
We got a standoff here. Eternal versus Satoshi.
Right above shelter.
Will they fight?
There's nothing at shelter.
Well, this is pretty far out.
My guess is no. I think Eternal wins this game of hide and seek.
Yeah, it is a little far out. We can just... I don't know. I'm not sure where people land, to be honest.
Rolex is
Nobody
about
here
to
at,
make
like,
a call.
Home Depot or...
Yeah, we drive towards school, find some.
Production,
but-
are we
Rolex
allowed
with
to
the brand
cheat?
plug.
How much?
Can we
Where
tell the
the fuck
players
now?
where they're hiding?
Low-key
So if we
scouting
go to
around.
apartments, we're gonna be pinned there for like 5-6 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. That is, if not,
Probably-
like 15
we
minutes.
probably shouldn't go there. Yeah. we'll just keep moving. Have people hunt us down. So.
I got to give a big shout out to our producer, Rich B.
I just want a few kills, not 5 squads.
Power Bang. I just got
Well,
the
we can just
numbers one
try
more
to-
time for anyone just joining.
try to
If
spot
we get a
people.
single elimination,
There's a UAZ
we're
out there,
dropping
but I think that's the
5
spawn.
600 UC codes
I
off.
think that's the spawn.
If we get 5 elims,
Absolutely love it.
5 more. If we get to 10,
Why is
that's
there, like,
15 total
no
600
one on the
UC
kill
codes coming
team?
out. But if we get to 15
I know.
elims, that's when the 10,000 UC bonuses are starting to come into play.
Oh, there you
We
go.
got
Like,
one
it
at
dropped-
15,
it dropped to
20,
88
and
earlier,
25.
And now it's back to 93.
Here, we
I
can
gotta
get
say,
over there.
Puckett,
We'll
you know,
see
it
guys
seems a
on.
little slow to
I don't
start off. We still got over 90 people alive in this lobby.
Let's hold it.
Oh, yeah.
There's
And
plenty of
with the
time left
recalls
to get
coming
a
in.
lot of kills.
know. Aiden's a better weapon. We'll stay here for
There's opportunities for more to come back in. Washed Aries in trouble. Coming up behind Simple Ronnie, and Noob is going to get done down.
What do you need?
Come on, Washed.
Picked up.
Well done. A little bit of
I like that
entertainment
play a
while we
lot.
wait for our pros to
I can
squeeze
use
in.
the rest as well.
I especially like that teammate. I can't read his name. He's got the Chinese symbols there, but his teammate needed some help, and he just got in the buggy and was like, "I am so out of here, bro. Good luck, but you're on your own."
Right? I don't know you, man. I'm out of here.
We don't.
Jacob
we're
is
not
sleek.
We're not homies.
He's web shooting his way around the map. And Jacob, I watched his stream yesterday. He was trying to warm
jumping
up
off
for
that
today. Not the best at gaining height.
It's probably time to move again.
Had
We can probably
a
back to
few
Yaz.
falls to his death before he figured it out.
Close to there.
That's okay. Live and learn, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. There's a good chance.
You know, there's only one way to
out
find out if there's fall damage, and it's not watching a YouTube video, because you're in charge of making those.
100%. Got the webs on full display here. Coffee, spider webbing around. So hope to see more of that. I want to see that used to really gain like that elevation advantage in these gunfights. Get around a building, just appear on the roof. It really adds a whole different dynamic to PUBG Mobile. So I'm really liking the game mode.
I mean, just the idea of a grapple hook in any game excites me. It's like, wait, unexpected movement? Yes, I am in for that. Here's Sleepy.
All right, well, Team 6
And a
didn't run
little
far,
1v1.
huh?
There's a car rotating on.
And Sleepy's
Run,
crew
but you
continues
can't
to
hide.
pwn. Still sitting on 0 limbs. We got 81 in the lobby, though.
You can hear the strategies just oozing out
No
of
one yet.
coffee here.
I'm surprised we haven't seen anything. Anything on our side of the map, literally.
I know.
A good vibe whistle.
In the apartments.
Okay.
And Rolex is absolutely shocked right now. They haven't seen much come their way. Still 80 alive, though, so lots of potential enemigos ready to charge their position, but again, it's been pretty quiet so far, surprisingly so.
My marker, yellow.
Zenox just using the third-person angle, calling out players from the southwest.
Apartments.
Probably yellow?
Yeah, smaller compound. We don't get stuck in.
And they're on the move again.
Yeah, on the hill.
We got their fleet of supercars here rolling through the meadows.
Go to the hill then. Yeah. The hill.
I wasn't worried. I didn't think you were going to flip that Rolex.
Nah,
Meanwhile,
he's got this.
4 squads starting to mount together.
I see nothing so far.
As Mossy is in trouble. Satoshi's still alive. We were watching him earlier. Looks like they found Eternal, and now they're pinching in on Faison.
Hey, they're hanging tough. Love to see it. And there's a lot going on the screen right now. A lot to take in. We got a 1v1 taking place, though. It's Moons trying to stay alive here. Get that revive off. Unable to do so, and that's going to be the end of his game. Back to the lobby. And we got some action, though. Zenox getting a kill.
I don't see nobody.
All right, so Zenox is the first on the board. As Rolex is going to finish that one off on Slim 617.
There's a dossier here you can take. Right here, right here.
Oh, actually, you're right.
Hey, we got some UC codes unlocked, Bucket.
There it is. Our first one is dropping. That is going to be 600 UC codes dropping at the end of the broadcast. Stay tuned to the very end for your chance to win.
Drop in, yes? Okay. Yep.
All right, well, Cavalry's on the move once again. It's time to roll out. UC codes have been started. I expect it to continue. 4 more kills will unlock the next volley of UC codes. Chat, you better be ready for it. We're going to be rolling all of these codes at the end of our stream tonight, so stay tuned. Keep it locked here. Make sure you keep your butt in the seat because we do have a lot of giveaways inbound.
And if you don't have it open, you might want to open your app at the end of the show. Meanwhile, we go over to GOAT Gaming and a little bit of a 1v1 behind the wall versus Lexter. And Lexter, well, he's got support. You can see on the mini map. GOAT on the run, still taking damage. Dropped to about half health after that. Panda Party, no position to help. Queen also getting tagged up from the back end as they are on the outside of the zone, need to squeeze in. This is going to get a little bit choppy. I like that Lexter's still pushing forward.
Yeah, that was an impressive throw, man. Looking like Tom Brady out there. He's tossing that grenade, landed right on top of Go Gaming.
There was a full
Coffee's in trouble, and he's out of here. Coffee.
Oh,
it's gonna drop, but they can still bring him back.
So you call him in.
That's right. So Coffee down. The community's chances of scoring slowed. Coffee found a whole squad, is calling it out.
I was expecting a full team, right?
We'll see if they're able to clean this one up.
Start coming this way. Might have to move. But you guys don't have.
And Rolex has been the one kind of keeping the stopwatch. He's like, boys, we've been here too long. 120 seconds are up. We got to get on the move again.
I'm pretty sure this.
He's always one to keep that situational awareness on point. He's got that high ground, taking a look at anybody that might be making their way across. They're going to try to get Coffee back into the fight here. Zenox going to be watching the backside. You hear shots from the top of the roof there.
We might just have to go for like a drop or something. I hear them shooting far out, but if we stay here long enough, we're going to have people everywhere.
Got the recall, as you mentioned, so Coffee has returned.
We don't have a car, though, so give me a ride.
There's a car right here, Whoop.
And there you can see just a little quick reloot now as he rejoins the rest of the crew. They've got the vehicles, and now they're on the move as he's going to jump in with Rolex, it looks like.
That way we can go ahead and...
Not too bad here. Rolex going to be there for his teammate. They hold the ground. They get him back into the fight. 65 alive. Still plenty of time here. Start racking up some kills. And 3 of the 4 members still on their full loot. Coffee's got some work to do, though, to get up to full strength.
Pull up on the hill.
Yep.
We mentioned it. It's been a quiet game for our stars early on. But we expect this to get spicy near the end. And I'm honestly hoping they roll up on a full squad, because if we get 4 more eliminations, we're dropping 5 more 600 UC codes.
Going to east, probably more east.
That'll bring us up to 6,000 so far on the day.
Oh, the drop.
You want to go for the drop?
Looks like we might have some company here, and there is a drop that's going to be free. They're going to be able to get Coffee some loot.
Okay, I'm going to take the hill still.
You got it?
Wait, what?
Or Jacob can get it.
Coffee's got to be excited about that.
with just South Pachinki now. We have ourselves a nice little engagement brewing. The other Jacob in the lobby. I can't even call him fake Jacob because that's real Jacob's fake name. It's confusing.
Nightmare and crew, I have been where you are, just staring at the stairs, expecting the push that never comes while you die to the windows, and there is the push, actually. Glossy Goblin gonna pick up 2 with the help of Jacob, who pushes up those stairs back over to our studs. As we've got Rolex, Jacob, Coffee, and Zenox still on the move, but out of the action. They've just been taking their time, playing patiently here for the dub.
All right.
It's one of my favorite spots on the whole map to have a little battle. I'm really hoping somebody zooms up and they fight here. I love this hill. So many different angles to take and things to hide behind. It's a lot of fun fighting at this little spot. Doesn't look like we're going to get to see it.
Not yet, anyway. Just wait for that stream to catch up. They're coming. Yeah, that drop was really nice for Coffee. Not able to get back to his body. Too many opponents are going to be on your old gear, so you got to find some new stuff.
This is a car no
Poop in the field for some reason.
Yeah, they're spotting enemies right now. Finding some squads down in that big warehouse. Are they going to try to take this fight? That's the question right now. Squad 15 waiting in the wings.
You think it's a good idea?
Jacob not scared.
Walmart, whatever.
Yeah, don't matter.
This is a pretty good squad they're rolling up on.
People, I think,
Yeah, it looks like all 4 from Team 15 stacked up together. Shots are
Okay, bottom floor.
Gonna start to pop off, letting their opponents know.
What is everyone doing? There's only one squad on the zone. Did you see the map? There was only one squad.
Just cover me.
There's no one nearby. Jacob to the rooftop here with the web shooter. Really nice positioning if you can get all the way to the top to aim down in between it.
Main.
He was trying.
Main right now, main build.
Got another one.
Jacob comes soaring from above.
Should be 12.
The damage has already been dealt. 3 players dropped to the ground. John Doe, who is a legend in game number 3, eliminated this time at the hands of our studs.
I got one. Okay.
Ooh. Couple players knocked here on the entry. Rolex and Jacob taken down. But that's not going to be enough.
I tried to get on it and it didn't work.
Luckily for luckily for the squad, no one else nearby. So that only squad of the zone is now eliminated, and it's just our MVPs. And good news, we have hit with those 4 kills. We're up to 5.
Thank you for your
and that's a whole new slate of codes that we'll be giving away towards the end of our show. So congratulations to the chat. You guys are getting hooked up even more. We're not done just yet.
We got 5 more codes going out at 10 eliminations. So halfway there, looking for another squad and then a single. Or maybe you'll pick off some weaker duos and trios roaming around the map. Remember, this team, they still got all of their vehicles set up inside the zone. Life is good. Everyone else has to come to you.
Let's go towards that job.
You notice the scoreboard. They got a car coming in right now, but the scoreboard, they got Zenox with 4 of the 5 kills right now. So he's definitely pulling his fair share of the weight.
Zenox popping off again. We talked about him before the show even started, before he was supposed to be playing. He was jumping into the community games and causing chaos.
I knocked one out of the car.
Jacob able to answer back on Thirst with a nice shot. Meanwhile, 2 other squads battling here.
Zenox has got an angle here.
Pull up,
back in the car.
Pull up on the other side, maybe.
They're running away right now.
I love how he's not rushing.
Chase him. All right, there's the knocked player. Can go for the quick finish. Done.
I hit him up.
And now they're chasing the men behind the wheel. Good luck with this one. It's the Lunar crew trying to escape as they're getting gunnied.
Oh no, and they have driven straight into another squad. They're going to have to take the fight as they have picked the worst possible spot to stop. In between 2 squads with a squad chasing behind. And that is going to do it for them.
Yeah, the Prime crew is going to say thank you for pulling up here, fellas. We'll take those elims.
Coffee in trouble. Knocked on the field right now. He's got to get some assistance from his friends.
They're waiting.
And he does not. Coffee down, and I don't know if he can come back because he's already made it back once.
I kind of like this. I'm ready to have Coffee commentate. The hype man in the yellow jacket.
Is there people there?
I love it. Bucket, I'm out of here, man. Coffee will take care of the rest of the show.
Is Rolex down as well now? So Zenox and Jacob
Go right. There's guys in the
on the run.
I believe the recall station will...
Wait, how soon does the recall towers close?
I think they will close after this zone. Will they close after this zone, I believe?
They're going to go for the recall, it looks like. I think that's the smart play here.
Yeah. Yeah, we need elims. You're not going to get those in the 2-on-4.
Oh, damn.
Team is sitting at 6 eliminations at the moment. We need 4 more, so a squad needs to go down to unlock our next group of 5 codes for the community.
Long gas too, and I have a tire out in front, but we good.
Tire out in the front, low on gas. Jacob Gaming just listing all of the ways he is disadvantaged and up against the odds. Trying to keep up with Zenox here as they recall their teammates. Trying to get at least Rolex back in the fight, and it looks like they might be able to accomplish that here. See if they're able to get to a tower.
Pop it. That feels good. Darth Odin falling to the zone.
How you guys doing on smokes and nades?
As we're down to 36 players left in the lobby.
Oh, you have 0 smokes?
Ooh.
0 smokes.
I can drop it forward.
There you go.
Running a bit low on supplies here too, so definitely up against it right now. And again, with this 1-minute delay, it's going to be not too long before there is some pursuit.
I carry them usually.
Squads know these guys are in trouble and they're short-handed.
There's Prime Poison and Epic, who had that squad roll up in front of them earlier. The vehicle is still on fire. Meanwhile, Diamond, he's in trouble. Trapped behind a rock with a teammate as they're trying to heal up and survive.
You guys are here. They're just gonna...
And Coffee letting them know, you're on stream, boys. They coming.
Don't worry about loot. You'll get plenty soon.
Yeah, there's like
Here they come, just as predicted. The cars are coming from the hilltops here.
Are we the only building in the zone too?
There's like 2 other buildings, but I mean...
The first time we encourage stream sniping. I'm all for it right now, Powerbang, our pros. Let's see how they handle this, though.
I'm all for it, too. We got Zenox still in right now. Him and Jacob, 2 of the most sure-handed riflemen left in the lobby. Definitely want to see them do some work and try to earn some more codes for you all. 4 more to go to get to the next tier of giveaways.
I don't really want to waste my own bolts right now. I'm not going to get a knock or
a little too aggressive.
Well, I was thinking about the audience. I was thinking about the audience. I wanted to get the
I know. I
mean, we could have played it for the win, easily won, but if not, we got no kills.
Buggy.
That's right, Rolex. We got to play aggro here. Go for the people.
You don't expect people to be.
It's a heck of a jump over there in the distance. Quite an epic crash, I might add.
Stop.
Yep.
Good stuff.
If you ain't driving with the accelerator down, what are you doing?
I mean, put the accelerator down and hit the nitrous.
There's one more.
There we go.
Zenox with a knock and a finish from range there. That was really efficient work.
I was going to say, Rolex just smiled watching that shot go down.
Jeez, dude.
Xenox in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, dialed in. That's the player who is putting in the range.
I mean, I have faith. I have faith in you guys.
Finding some headshots. Xenox and Jacob going 3v2 here as they try and finish off the squad they knocked.
They get an unfortunate zone. They have to move. They were one of the only people left in the circle. Here's Zenox. This is going to be interesting. Look at this grenade.
That's good.
Are you kidding
me?
me?
We'll take it.
Is that already blown up?
You got another? Show me your skill.
Yeah.
I think you knocked them.
Okay. Let me low toss them.
He knows where they're at based on where he didn't kill them, so there's both.
Okay.
Calls out the double knock, trying to get the finish, and the second nade will land. Jacob able to get those kills confirmed. As the eliminations are scored, we are up to 9, ladies and gentlemen. 1 more, and we are dropping 5 more codes. Our MVPs showcasing their skills here in the final moments.
They made that look way too easy. Those opponents had the position, didn't even get off a shot.
Whoever was at the other compound, there's
a billion smokes on that hilltop right now.
Things are getting a bit interesting here.
Right side of your screen, Zenox sitting on 6 eliminations, Jacob with the other 3. Ark is still in the building, though, and he's sitting on 3 eliminations of his own. He's been a problem in our previous community games.
We love problems around here, I think.
Check that gas connection.
Jacob's got a great vantage point here with the AWM, and he mentioned earlier conserving his ammo because he didn't feel confident that he could get the finish, even if we were able to knock somebody. And it's getting to the point in the game where they may need to get that knock to get into the circle with a bit of a distraction or at least a disadvantaged squad.
It was that rifle that scored the first knock on their previous transition. So look if they get that first knock for the boys to get in the vehicle and stay on the run. As Jacob has gone for a lot of opening opportunities, and we heard it from Bellafox. The favorite weapon for everybody. Jacob's going to find poop in Walmart. So the Walmart dumper is downed, and here we go. We called it. They're in the wheels. Can they convert this into even more limbs?
Got the squad. Got the entry he wanted, and now it's time to put out the pressure. We've got a 2-on-2, it looks like. And it's honestly, they're going to need some help from some other squads. Nade in. Can he get the finish here? That looks good, actually.
Zenox's nades have been on point. Jacob's nades clean as well. That is the finish. And not only that, did damage on the two remaining players trying to lay down in the dirt, and it's not going to work. Everyone getting wiped up. We are unlocking 5 more codes. The team up to 11 eliminations.
And that's 12 right there. Zenox getting the finish. So these guys are on a roll right now. 2 versus the world. And they're actually looking pretty good. Another squad wiped off the map. 15 alive right now. And it is third-party time coming in from all different angles.
Leave them alone. You want the codes, right? You gotta leave them alone. Taking out the vehicle. No chance of being blown up by it now.
Well, looks like they're going to have to make their way in on foot. This is going to be a challenge for sure, especially with teams coming in behind them, split wide. You can see on the map that green squad. What kind of angles are those, boys? That's not even fair.
I don't like these guys.
I don't like them either. Let's get them out of here.
I don't like them. Sneaky little guys on the back end. If we take out the flank, then you're good to go.
11. Yeah, they got a hard flank right behind them.
And it looks like the zone is going to keep pushing those players into their line of sights. Jacob has to be nervous, though. Doesn't see the orange team pinching in from range, and now he's getting tagged up from those rock players. So you got to get him out here, Powerbank. Zenox hearing the call. Can he get there in time with a grenade?
Yeah,
I really like Jacob there. He Stetson looks at the rock with his AWM for a good minute. Nobody peeks. The second he turns around and gets shot in the back, and all you hear from him is just, come on.
In the zone. He's in the zone.
And now he's dropped. The frustration.
That was the flank I was worried about. He was just lurking over there. Those mean green squad guys. Jacob unable to get the revive.
Pampas. And Jacob will fall to the zone. Our last hope. Zenox. 1v9.
Come on, Zenox.
I'm boosting.
He's going for the push here. Look at that. Dude, Zenox is an absolute
There's
beast.
One. Okay. That's
Just
number
makes
13.
that look way too easy.
We need 2 more, and I see some weak players on our screen, Powerbang.
I do indeed. He's just got so much to contend with. He's got to look off in one direction here. Hopefully he can get some help from that third party down the way. Attention is definitely split. He smoked off his backside. He's going to be crawling towards that action. Going to smoke off to his left as well, potentially, or he's going for the frag.
Going for it.
Will he get the entry?
Perfect smokes at his back. Knows he doesn't have to go for these yet. You can play for even later in the round. But he's already on the edge, and that zone is going to force some movement with a whole team to his left. You got Sleepy, Pants, Slime, all set up.
He's going to take the
As
buggy.
he gets in the buggy.
You see him?
He's standing in the back of it right now.
Absolutely. Standing in the back, trying to get a visual, and he finds one. He knows which way he's got to work, and it's not the way he just took a look at.
Excellent use of the vehicle to get those angles.
Damn, dude, 16 meters out of circle.
He's going to take a peek up here once again, see if he can find somebody. He's looking for where to grenade. He can see him, it's just hard to land.
And now the stream is catching up as well. That's what I was thinking about. Is like, you've been here for 60 seconds. They're going to know about you. They're going to know.
That's good.
What a run, though.
Unfortunate. That was incredible stuff. We could probably watch this one finish out, too. It's just about there. Last circle here. Carly, Epic, pushing in. We got the Wash Squad getting taken down by the play zone. We got a 2v2 here. This is a good one. Tensa in the lobby as well. Tensa's another pro player. So they were certainly not one to, contend with in a 1v3 situation. So that was a good one here. So it's 23 versus 8. Who you got your money on, Puckett?
I was going to say the Era team sending in some hitmen. I'm going with Tensa in this one, mostly because Carly's in trouble, right? Let's talk a little bit about this positioning here.
Hey, when in doubt, just throw a frying pan into the smoke. Never know. Could get that highlight.
Epic smoke is clearing as Tensa's pushing up. Slime is there as well. I thought Carly was going to get picked. She might actually have the perfect angle here. If they both dial in on Epic, she can shoot through the smoke and clean up these damaged players. There's the first. As Slime gets dropped, he's gone.
Nade coming. Tensa's going to know exactly where he's at. He's at the tree, but can he connect here? He's going to turn this into a 1v1. He does connect, but it's too late as he gets ear-holed, and that'll do it. We have ourselves our pro team actually finishing in third place. Pretty dang good with Zenox. Fake Jacob picking up all of the kills for their squad. 13 of them to take. Big time chunk out of those giveaways. We didn't quite make it all the way up there, but we got quite a ways up that leaderboard.
Got to give a big shout out to our winners of that final game as well. Our community participating every step of the way, and you wouldn't ask for anything else. PUBG Mobile popping off, and we are hooking the people up thanks to your MVPs. Before we get to that, though, we got to name our MVP, and for me, this is an easy one, right? He just popped off with 8 kills. I think it's got to be the man at the top of the leaderboard. Jacob, though, he had some nice snipes as well. Could be in the mix. Powerbang, this is your show. I'll let you pick the official MVP to crown here to close out the night.
Fair enough. Thanks, Puckett. I got to go with none other than Zenox. It's who we've kind of predicted early on. He has the skills to back it up, man. Comes out with 8 kills, absolutely slaying out. We are going to pick Zenox from the Pittsburgh Knights as our MVP of the evening. It's a second one now. Not too shabby at all. But again, big shout out to Jacob and to Rolex and Coffee as well. Jacob picking up some great AWM shots. Those are what are near and dear to my heart. So again, shout out to Jacobs for those entry snipes. Love to see it.
Love to see the snipes. I even love the nades more, and that's what Zenox is bringing to the table every single battle. Remember, guys, dial them in. Get some practice in. You'll be starting to climb that leaderboard in any moment. We got a giveaway to award right now, though, Powerbang, and this one has me fired up because we're about to make a content creator out of somebody. You better put these tools to use, and I can't wait to see you all over YouTube, Twitch, and more, as we are going to be hooking up one lucky winner who took home our sweepstakes. All you had to do was go over to the website, punch in your ticket, and now it's time to crown who's walking away with the good stuff. Do you have the answer, Powerbang?
Well, I bet production does. We're going to throw that on the screen right now. The Into the Aftermath sweepstakes winner is none other than Ted, the middle initial B. Tustin from California or Canada, depending on where he's at. I don't know. But Ted, congratulations, man. Who knows? Maybe we catch a video sometime. I don't know. You got the gear now to hang, man. So, again, congrats to Ted on the End of the Aftermath sweepstakes. Again, big thank you to PUBG Mobile for hooking it up. That it has to be a content creator's dream right there to have all of that stuff in your desktop. So, good stuff.
And of course, we've got not just Ted winning big tonight, so did the community. And big thanks to our MVP of the evening. He's joining us now. Zenox, how you feeling, buddy? You just dropped 8 eliminations. You didn't get the dub, but darn, you look good.
Yeah, that was very fun playing with Rolex, Jacob, and Coffee.
It's incredible stuff, man. I love the teamwork there towards the end. You and Jacob as the dynamic duo, literally in the middle of all those squads. I mean, we saw Tensa, nearby. It was no chumps out there for sure. Tell me what was going through your mind in that end little, skirmish with you in the back of the buggy. I assume you were trying to kind of scout out the battlefield. Did you actually see anybody, or were you just kind of guessing?
Yeah, I seen the guy to my south, but I wasn't able to shoot him because every time I went to go shoot him, the smoke went in my way.
Yeah, it was certainly difficult to see. It was hard to kind of get that crosshair where it needed to be. I was really hoping that you landed it because it was like stuck in between 2 squads, had to make a decision. Fuck it, I'll throw to you, man. You got any questions for Zenox?
Yeah, Z, I was so just enamored watching your screen throughout the evening. Even in the games you weren't supposed to be in for those first three, but you were always popping off in the kill feed. So I got to get your thoughts on the new drop here, 1.8. What do you like about the update? What do you think of tonight's games?
It's actually very fun. I like the Spider-Man game mode. Now you can like Spider-Man to buildings.
I love it.
I
say
added that in?
Aftermath for comp.
Sorry.
I'm joking. Go ahead, Bucket.
I was going to ask, do you want to see more things like that movement ability to give you new angles in PUBG Mobile? What are your thoughts on kind of what the web shooters allow you to do, and how did you implement it into your gameplay?
Yeah, definitely. I would like that because you can pretty much get a bunch of angles when you're fighting teams. You can get on roofs and everything. It's fun.
I got one more question for you, my friend. We didn't quite hit our maximum goal of 25 kills. That was a lot to ask. I know that the chat was wondering if we could get that hookup for the giveaway. So I'm going to give you the choice. Zenox, I'm going to give you the opportunity to be the hero of the GOAT here. Do we give away all of our UC codes here to the chat, or do we hold back only what you earned? I mean, do you want to be generous or not? Do we give it all away? Yay or nay? I'm going to leave it up to you.
Yes, let's give it all away.
All right. You heard it here first. Zenox says we give it all away. So, chat, you guys are all going to get hooked up with thousands and thousands of UC. Super appreciate you stopping by to chat with us, Zenox. And again, congratulations on the performance. You guys absolutely slayed. And look forward to watching you this next season on the pro circuit as well. So thanks for stopping by, man.
Thank you for having me.
That is Zenox. Always a pleasure. The man, he's not about the smile. Always the straight killer face when he comes into the game, and it shows out of the game as well. He was our MVP on the night with some of the best frags that we have seen in PUBG Mobile, and the man's the hero. Not only is he a slayer in the game, he is a man of the people power bank. We are dropping off codes for everybody. What was it? At 1, 5, 10, 15, all the way up to 25. We got like 25 codes coming out at the end of the show. So if you haven't won yet tonight, that is your opportunity coming up. Powerbank, I got to ask you, we asked Zenox about his highlights of the evening. What were your highlights here as we jumped into the aftermath?
I love seeing the esports guys competing with the content creators. It's a great opportunity to bring everybody together and just seeing like the chatter, you know? So I appreciate seeing all of that together in one room. So that's gotta be my highlight of the night. For those of you guys out there watching that maybe haven't tried PUBG Mobile just yet, definitely download it. You can find the links in tonight's stream descriptions to actually do that. Join us on the battlefield along with your favorite esports players, your favorite content creators, and you never know. You might run into us at Pachinki or Yes Nah. You never know. We'll see you out there on the battlegrounds for sure.
It was a pleasure working with you once again, Powerbank. Big shout out to everyone from the PUBG Mobile community who has been showing love on Twitter all day. I got so many tweets. I got so many people tell me they're watching on Instagram Live. So shout out to production putting us everywhere you could potentially watch tonight's gameplay. It was an absolute blast. On behalf of Power and everyone who is working behind the scenes, thank you for tuning in. This was an absolute blast working on Into the Aftermath, and we hope you all enjoy Spider-Man No Way Home. It's in theaters. Check it out. I'm Chris Puckett, and we'll catch you next time.